Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another show, to episode 63. Even though I just tweeted out, totally forgot that we were on episode 63. So here we are, the new show. We're talking about Kiss Anime, and we're having a good time. It died and they came back to life. You know, that's how it happens. But you know, we'll talk about further discussion. Bone Collection Guy Axe, Sally, a fan favorite here, and many other things that we'll be discussing about Food Wars, Ben 10, and many other stuff that we will probably go off the rails. But let's have some fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Anime Lady Podcast. I'm your host, Sam the Manga Man, and here with me are Brotakus. Introducing first, like Game Master, the divine god woken of divinity, the director of anime, Mr. King of Games himself, Rayapollo. Our next creature is the demon in the Black Clover community. He has a great love for button others. The Hurricane Typhoon, Legendary Vash, Miguel Parra. And finally, our CEO of Careful for Spoilers Podcast Network, founder of the No Anime, No Life Facebook group. He is JB. Exclusive, the great and talented James Barnes. How are we all doing?
I'm doing great, even though I have no nut butters around me. Wish I did though. I really miss some peanut butter. So, and I actually do need to buy some peanut butter. So that's like a reminder. I need to go to Target tomorrow and buy some peanut butter. Probably buy some nut butter too, since we're at that. But I don't have any. I just have some brownie brittle, and also I'm out of that, so I need to buy that as well.
I was fine until I saw somebody post cheese pizza with strawberries on it. I'm mad now.
Wait, cheese pizza with strawberries?
Yeah, bro.
That's worse. That's worse than pineapple.
Like pineapples I get, but strawberries? What?
No,
that's
no.
like that's worse than pancakes with cheese.
I am
pancakes with cheese is amazing.
Nope, that's actually still the worst thing, but this is second worst. Okay?
No,
Nope.
pancakes with cheese is amazing. You just chose the wrong cheese. You just chose the wrong, pancake batter. One of the options. It
sounds like it all was just bad. Wow.
No. That's not really that can't be a thing. They have to be trolling, right? There's no way that's real.
I did. Somebody did it.
Can you throw that person on the bus?
No, man. I mean, you're the one who does the pancake with cheese thing.
That's fine. I throw my son on the bus all the time.
We know.
We're gonna see people tagging Gordon Ramsay about this, and he's gonna.
Please don't.
He's gonna have a field day.
But I was gonna say, let us in the comments or in the live chat. What do you guys think that should be in the pancake with cheese or pizza with strawberry?
Nobody likes pancakes with cheese for real. You're the only person who pretends to like it.
Who pretends? I enjoy it. I'm the one that probably made that idea, because there's probably other down on people that actually do this idea as well.
No.
I mean, unless it's a McGriddle, I'm good.
Yeah.
And I barely like McGriddles.
I love McGriddles. They're so good and juicy.
Ridiculously expensive, but good.
Did you just say juicy to describe a sandwich?
Yeah, it's really good.
Your sandwich should not be juicy unless it's a Juicy Lucy. What's wrong with you?
A burger's juicy too.
But that's a burger.
That's
not
different.
A sandwich.
I mean, burgers are a sandwich, but still.
But if you go to a sandwich deli, you also get a nice juicy sandwich.
But I want to go back to the fact that you just called a McGriddle juicy.
It's very cheesy. It's very greasy and everything.
We can't have you do this. I need you to take that back right now.
Because when is the McDonald's sausage patty ever juicy?
Never have ate the sausage patty.
I need you to take it back.
I've always grabbed the McGriddle with bacon.
Take it back.
Nah.
Take it back.
I always get the sausage, egg, and cheese.
Yeah, sausage, egg, and cheese.
Never have liked the sausage in McDonald's. I've always liked the hash brown and the McGriddle on with bacon, but never have liked the sausage. I don't know. It just feels.
I prefer the biscuit. The biscuits.
I've tried that, but I feel like it feels like those KFC and Popeyes kind of biscuit. I feel like it feels like you're about to choke after you eat it.
Wait, one of those is dry. One of them is not.
I forgot which one it is. That's why I said Popeyes.
It's the
or KFC.
Popeyes.
Popeyes is biscuits. Is
If you
the dry
if you
one.
if you want to hurt yourself, have a Popeyes biscuit without a drink.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have.
Just saying.
It's very.
It's pain.
It's pain. My dad used to take us to KFC all the time, and I never like it. Like I don't know what's with him
Because
with fried
KFC
chicken.
is not really good.
It's not, but he always used to took us when we was a kid, and it was not delicious.
No, it's not. I hear that it slaps in other countries. So
Anything, yo, McDonald's back in Colombia. Yo, Colombia McDonald's was a bang. I was so sad. Like, my grandma said, yo, mijo, let's go to McDonald's. Like, my grandma, that's whack. She's like, no, mijo, it's good. And then I saw the stuff they had there, like, what?
Other foreign countries like fast
What?
food has more varieties.
Yeah, but
And
Sam, the burger, I never have eaten a burger when I went back in 2018. I probably never ate a burger in McDonald's in probably years since I was a kid. You know, it's kind of like getting like the McMeal. Now in Colombia, I ate a burger and it was delicious. And it was actually, the meat was delicious. It had flavor. It had freaking sazon. It had actual flavor. I'm like, what's so different to the fucking US one? Like, why does the US one look like trash but looks so good in commercials?
preservatives.
Yeah.
I would say I wouldn't even say that. I would say that
I feel
it's
hurt now.
laziness and cost. They don't want to spend a lot. They don't want to spend money, and it sucks.
Right.
KFC is way better in the Virgin Islands than in America. Way.
I mean, Popeyes outside of our country has the chicken sandwich in multiple flavors. Come on now.
Yeah,
I saw
yeah,
that.
I've seen that.
Sam
I've seen
sent me a
that.
video before.
It had like a curry flavor.
That's rude.
It had like a ramen burger.
I like
kinda
flavor
thing.
too.
Yeah,
I
right.
like flavor too.
Yeah. It's because Sam sent me a video of some
I didn't send
guy.
a picture.
Oh, yeah, picture. I think from a guy from Korea or Japan.
Yeah, I think it was
And-
Korea. It was
Yeah,
Korean
and where he
Popeyes.
had little 7 freaking flavors. I'm like, why don't we got that? I want that. That looks delicious.
What we
I'm
say
so sad.
earlier? What we say earlier? Freedom ain't free, y'all. Freedom ain't free.
I was so sad. And plus, Kendall said KFC Trinidad is delicious. Oh,
Delicacy.
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 Oh, that's a nice word though. I like that.
that's very
All
fancy
right.
there.
Sounds like you eat it with a knife and fork. I'm with it. I like it.
Hey, Lay, how's it going? Hope you enjoyed the show.
Hi, Lay.
Stop
Hi,
playing.
baby.
I hope you are feeling better and are feeling better.
She's feeling a lot better. She did a
Good.
lot of ever since she had to do in her room finally that she haven't done in 2 months, so she finally got it down. So hey, we out for 2 weeks already, so why not get stuff that we've been kind of trying to procrastinate. I finally cleaned up my room that I've been trying to do for the since March quarantine, so I finally cleaned up my room.
I kind of did that today too. I put away some clothes that I haven't been, actually sorted my clothes. So the stuff that I'm actually wearing is in my drawers instead of everything. So got a lot of stuff to donate. A lot.
But once you donate them, you'll have plenty of room. So that's a good
Hopefully.
thing.
Hopefully.
Usually my donation goes to my family in Colombia, so most of my old shoes, most of my old clothes goes to my family in Colombia, so that's kind of like my donation that just goes to.
That's a good hand-me-downs.
Luckily, my cousins and my uncles almost the same size as me, or a size smaller, so my clothes somewhere goes to within the family.
Sometimes so sorry, this is the sidetrack. Sometimes I question if I should like things on Twitter, but I feel like I have to like this because this is so good.
What
I'm
you're
a-
liking this.
I'm gonna regret this.
I like those good things that I like those good things that James like late at night because I don't try to
It was
like it.
hilarious. It was. It was perfect.
What are you talking about, good sir?
Nothing.
Why don't you send in the group chat of us so
Nope.
we could see? No,
Or-
damn.
I'm not exposing myself this early.
But anyway, guys, it's been a good week. There's a lot of been anime news and some good anime episodes to watch. I kind of want to talk about some animes or some mangas that we read for this week. So, guys, anything you guys read or watched lately?
I've been reading a lot of Chainsaw Man. I'm about to get caught up pretty quick. I think I'll probably be caught up. I wanted to be caught up this week, but I had a lot of stuff to do this week. So unless I read some tomorrow, maybe this weekend. But that, which I love, by the way, I should make a quick second to say Chainsaw Man is fantastic. It is the dark, anime, dark shonen that's it just works. I don't know why it works so well. It just does. But it's also sad. Like it's very sad, which is kind of wild.
It's sad in the first 20 chapters.
I mean, it's sad past that.
I don't want to say what happened, but I'm still sad about that. Right? Even though it happened so early, I'm like, why do you have to?
By the way, this is a conversational podcast. If I want to talk about Popeye's fried chicken for an hour, I'm gonna do it. Damn it! Thank you very much. Anyway, I love Chainsaw Man. It's great. Then Kaiju number 8. I can't give that enough praise. I'm not kidding. It's one of my favorite things to come out of 2020. Period. I think. God, it's so much fun and it's so good, and I just want more every single time. Like they nail the pacing on that to where it ends right at the moment where you're like, but wait, just one more panel. Nope. But I love that. And then I think all I've been watching anime wise is God of High School. I think like legitimately. I think that's all I've been watching recently. I'm gonna start watching y'all's demon show. Only because
the Misfit of the Demon King Academy and something else.
Yeah, only because Auntie told me to watch it, so I'm gonna watch it.
Wow, so because she promoted it, saying that, hey, you guys should watch it.
Because you like, said, watch it, I'm going to watch it.
And I'm like, but we've been doing this since day one. She's like, oh, yeah, I've been watching. I'm like, if you've been watching it, you should have said that, too.
I remember we said we liked it, but we never really raised attention and interest into it.
I did say that it was my favorite of what we're watching right now. Of all
James did say that as well. James did.
It's my personal favorite, but for Ray, I would wait until the 12 episodes are done and then binge the whole thing.
No. But these James, right now it's a good 6 episodes right now, Alf. So it's good for him to binge those 6.
No, it's really good to me, but I think it would be more enjoyable at this point since it's already halfway. Just wait until it's done. Okay. Watch the whole thing from beginning to end. No interruptions. Just watch the whole thing.
That's a good point.
That's if it pulls all of his attention to binge the entire thing.
I still enjoy for remembering those scenes that pop up, like he was just born and everything just pops up to start talking. Like those little small moments, it makes the show enjoyable and still makes it laugh, even though like it does the anime tropes of overpowered character, but still does it well and enjoyable, and plus it executes it very well.
I agree. Usually when an overpowered character, it's not just the strength and magic powers and all that stuff, but it's also about the brains and the
But is the story good though?
Yes,
I think it's good. Yeah, it's good.
Okay, all right. Well, if the story's good,
logic goes out the window though.
I mean, I don't think so. They create their own mythos and they live within that mythos that they've created. So and it works within what they've created. I don't think
I guess
it goes like off the rails at any point. Like there's like a Deus Ex Machina type thing. I think it all makes sense.
There's also like some real story into it. There's some segregation and racism into this.
Well,
yeah, there is.
Well, that always like good shows that know how to do it well. That doesn't seem forceful, and also does it like for example, in some show like Beastars, just know how to do it well and tackle it. So it just depends how do they maneuver it.
Speaking of Beastars, by the way, I'm gonna finish it.
Ooh, interesting.
Wait, you gonna try it from the beginning again, or are you gonna
I'm probably gonna pick up where I left off because I don't feel like I don't feel like there's a whole lot that like I wouldn't pick up on. So probably this weekend. Yeah, probably this weekend.
So here's the pitch for Misfit of Demon King Academy, right? So mild spoilers, but nothing that's like super impactful or anything, right? So the pitch is he was the Demon King 2,000 years ago, and he sacrificed his life in order to do something, and he was reincarnated 2,000 years later, right? And now he has to go through this demon academy to become legally the Demon King again. Where the segregation part comes in is that while he was gone, someone else took the mantle of the original Demon King and changed around people's memories. So they think that someone else is the first Demon King, and this person created segregation amongst the people. So there are some people who are half something else, and there's segregation between the pure bloods and them. and Anos, the original Demon King, is there to try to eliminate that segregation and find the mystery of the person that erased everyone's memories and is pretty much trying to recreate the world in their image. So even though he is OP, there are people who are at his level of magical intelligence to do this type of stuff, because there's people who have lost their memories have been completely changed, and he can't change them back. So there is someone out there who is just as powerful as him in terms of magical ability. So he's not this omnipotent being that can't ever die. So that's where it gets interesting for me. I do really think you'd like the story a lot. I just think it would be more beneficial if you just watched it all at once.
How many episodes it is right now?
6.
Isn't it 7?
Hold on, I'll say right now.
It was 6 or 7, but
seconds.
either way, yeah. But we're halfway point. We're in
Well,
halfway.
I'm gonna have
Right
a
now,
lot of time.
exactly, it's 7 episodes out right now, currently on this Wednesday, and out of 13 episodes.
This Saturday, I'm gonna have a lot of time for the first time in a very long time. So I'll add it to the list.
So on this Saturday, the 8th episode will be out. But if I had to say for you to watch something out of this season, watch SAO. Out of everything, watch SAO.
I'm not even going front. I will be watching that as well. Like I said, I just haven't started this new season.
Oh, this
'cause
season.
I already know everything that happened, so I'm gonna catch up on this.
With your wiki ass bullshit, saying you're gonna read it. So I'm reading books out here.
I definitely recommend
Reading
watching
websites.
I'm gonna watch
War of
this
Underworld.
season.
Oh, you're gonna watch this season.
I didn't need to
out of
watch
the
last
past.
season.
Out of the past 4 cores, you're gonna watch the last core only.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's say the best for last. At least they better, so it's gonna be fine.
Oh, yo, it's been so good and gruesome. Like, yo, so much blood out here. Like, yo, like there are times that I have to hide my eyes. I'm like, I don't hide my eyes in anime, but to actually do this, I'm like, damn, they're gonna dead ass cut off a whole arm and more and shit. Like, damn.
I mean, that's fine with me. I mean, let's do it. You know, God of High School last episode was not expecting that. So I mean,
I wasn't expecting that either. I thought no.
it just caught me off guard. I was not ready for that much blood in that show.
No, not even that. The end of episode 5. I think that was episode 5. Wait, God of High School was episode 6. Sunglasses guy still got me sad.
I'm still
An
mad
announcer.
about that.
I'm so sad about that. Like, yo, rest in peace on him. He really is dope, and it's sad that he had to go. Like, I get it for the reason, because to start the war against Nox.
So I
and
have to do my read catch up to see what actually happens between them, because I'm sure it's more than that. But I was like, come on, man, that's whack. One of my favorite characters.
I was sad too about that. Still rest in peace for him. James, you said that you're watching Food Wars?
I'm up to season 3, episode 22, 21 and 22. I just watched those today. 21 was actually one of my favorites of the whole series. We got to see Soma's dad's backstory and watching him, like, his rise in Food Wars and stuff like that. So that was really, really cool. And then 22 officially starts this tournament to choose the new top 10 at the school. That's really cool. God of High School, this latest episode was my favorite so far. I love all the story that we've been getting with the other episodes, but just to see all of this action and to see what, like, the deeper abilities can do, I thought that was really cool. I already talked about Misfit of Demon King Academy. That's my favorite going right now. What I've really been watching a lot is Terminator, the Sarah Connor Chronicles. I've never seen the series before.
I saw you tweet that.
I've watched it
That's
when
like
it
a
first
6-part
broadcast before.
But that's like a 6-part episode, right?
No.
That's like the 2 seasons together is like 31 episodes.
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay. One
Yeah,
more.
And it takes place like 2 years after T2, and it goes through pretty much everything that Skynet was doing to build towards Judgment Day, and like watching John Connor grow up and like become this person. And you actually get to see Sarah Connor go through all the trials and tribulations of pretty much being thrusted into being the mother of the savior of humanity. You actually get to experience what life is like for her, even though sometimes John doesn't feel like she loves him. It's because she has to push him forward to being this person. And you get to see a lot of different types of Terminators and how they infiltrate. So I think the series is really good. I don't think they should make any more movies anymore. I actually think they should make a new series like on Prime or something, or on HBO, and just let it be an entire series of Terminator. I think it would work way better than just a movie.
I've,
Yeah.
I've always,
Interesting. Okay.
I've always seen that the whole Terminator franchise should have built more in TV after the movies. Because I feel like they try too hard and spend too much in the movies and don't get too much out of it.
Because the thing is like for a 90-minute movie, what can you really do, right? You have to have the whoever the evil Terminator is coming after, then there's another Terminator sent to protect them, and then by the end everything will be okay, and then you'll have to move on to the next mission. That's kind of boring, which is why none of the other sequels past T2 can work, because it's the same shit that we've seen already. But on a series where you can actually go really, really in depth with how everything works, that's where it's entertaining, which is why they should do a TV show.
So would
You're
you
right.
say it would be a good idea to see like Arnold Schwarzenegger in a Terminator TV series?
No,
That's-
I think
You don't need to, because he
Yep.
is just one model out of hundreds to thousands of Terminators. Like you get to see a model T100, T888.
Really?
Can you imagine how many other models
Mm-hmm.
since
Tite.
Arnold's Terminator? So there's this T888 is a way better infiltration unit. I won't go into spoilers, but it is a way better infiltration unit. There's actually a T1000 that shows up on the show that's super advanced. I would say even more advanced than the T1000 and T2.
Mm-hmm.
They do some really cool shit.
And
Okay.
where can you watch this? Like a Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, where?
Fox.
So you can watch it on Prime Video right now, but it's free with IMDb ads.
Okay.
Oh, that
Yeah,
ain't that bad.
Interesting.
Worth
Yeah,
it.
because I think it's
Commercials
old
are really-
enough.
The ads are really, really quick, and you can just get back into the show. But it's really good.
Okay.
Because I know IMDb put on some movies and old TV shows you can watch for free on there too. Like I've seen advertisements of those. That's actually pretty nice. If you want to watch some old school, I think Psych the movie is actually on IMDb as well.
Interesting.
There's a lot of stuff on there.
But it's like I think series like about for like the last 10 years, like 10 years ago kind of thing almost. It's pretty old, but hey, at least someone has to pick it up.
Oh, before I forget, as far as reading goes, Kaiju number 8, like Ray already said, like as far as manga goes, of the new stuff, this is my favorite. I really hope this doesn't get canceled at any point.
Mm-hmm.
But, I read Attack on Titan chapter 131 like 5 or 6 times. It's such an incredible chapter, and I have no idea where Isayama is going to take this whenever it ends.
I'm still waiting for the confirmation of Attack on Titan if it's coming in the fall, because from what I saw yesterday, I was looking at AniList and I was looking at Live Chart. Attack on Titan is not set on the fall no more on Live Chart or AniList.
Yeah.
So it looks like Attack on Titan is not coming out this year, which is fine if it don't. It gives Mappa more time to do more stuff
I'm
on
about
the
to say,
work.
or maybe they're waiting for the official ending because they got word that it is.
Yeah. So probably that's why. But
Because I feel
the-
like if you try to adapt the ending of Attack on Titan, there will be
You're gonna-
riots in the streets.
Yo,
Riot.
people will flip.
So I think that they're going. I think they're going to wait, which is probably
Yeah.
smart.
Which is the most logical thing, which is most likely why they're doing. Like most likely they're gonna push the fall release into spring release, so just have spring and plus summer back to
Spring.
back.
What about winter?
Winter, nah, I'm fine with spring and summer. I don't think they have ever released Attack on Titan in the winter. They have always released it in the fall or in the spring. So I think that would be a good release date.
That'd be
I don't
pretty
know,
wild.
man. Corona done messed up a whole bunch of stuff, so who knows what they're gonna do?
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah, I mean, all you can hope a little bit more is like maybe they add some more finishing touches and clean
But-
up anything
what
that
I
needs
hope.
to be done.
But I do agree with Ray idea that they might also be waiting to finish with the writing, because he said that there's a couple more chapters in the year and we're literally 3 months left, or probably it depends if he goes by
there's 3 months left.
if he goes by the Shonen magazine
I
and
got
Jump
4.
chapters, they end. No, but remember, Sam, they end by November, so
Okay.
that's when they end the magazine and Jump. So it's technically September, October, November, three chapters for Attack on Titan. But unless they count December, then probably 4.
Maybe
so
December.
So who knows? Probably 3, 4 chapters. But James, you are up to date. How many you think are left? 3 or 4?
Yeah, how many?
Because
I have no idea.
yeah, because I think like 2 months ago they said about 5, 7 chapters, and now I think 2 months later it should be 3 or 4 chapters left.
Dude, I have completely giving up trying to even try to get into Isayama's head. This dude is a god in terms of storytelling.
That's
Like,
good news. I like
That's
it.
good though. That's good.
I would say, 145 chapters. I mean, I know that's a little bit more.
10 more chapters. That's like another year.
That's true.
Yeah,
Is
but I
it-
said that's spring next year.
That's true. I don't know. I'm sad. I don't want it
But-
to end.
But since we all brought up like we got a high school, can we all talk about the series or like of the most recent episode since we're at it?
Yeah, I mean, God of High School has consistently been, like I said, outside that one episode where it was a little weird.
Oh yeah.
God of High School's been fantastic.
I hope our main trio learns how to please correct me if I say the name wrong. Cherokee? Is that how you say
Did you
it?
just say karaoke?
No.
I
I said
heard
Cherokee. I said Cherokee.
I think it's
Is that how you pronounce it?
Shekayaki? Something like that. You kind of close.
Okay. So I hope our main trio figure out how to do that because it seems like everybody else around them knows how to do it. So I'm like, I hope you learn fast because it seems like I need to learn fast because everyone.
No, they don't. Did you not see how they bodied that whole team that knew how to use it?
Oh yes, true. But it will help them against other people because the Nox
They're
team.
not gonna learn until they come up to a point where they have to. Because right now they're at the top of the game.
Yeah, but the Nox, no, not even that. The dragon is what shocked me the most. Like they had a motherfucking dragon there at that building. That was some really dope animation too as well.
It
Like,
was sick. I loved it. That episode was fantastic. It had some of the best fights, period, so far.
I was just gonna say, choreography of the fighting itself was the best that I've seen it in any of the episodes, to be honest. Because in the other episodes, I feel like the fight sequences are good, but I feel like they're still kind of sloppy in some areas. But this was really good for me.
I thought it was a great episode, but then from what I'm seeing with people who've read the webtoon series before, they've said it's kind of rushed, which I see it. Like I think there could have been a little bit more story.
I'm tired of.
There's supposed to be more story for Mira, June, and Han.
Me, Sam, to be honest, I don't really care about the pacing right now. I'm enjoying it for what it is.
Exactly.
The pacing is not
I don't-
bothering me, and people need stuck. Not you, Sam, but I'm saying the people that are saying, webtoon this, anime this, and like I get it, stories. But the thing is, if you complain about the story, then go fucking read the webtoon. If not, enjoy the anime for what it is. Because remember, people have the directors, the whole editors, and plus it's them themselves that feel like this is the best way to tell the story. And if this is what they seem to be the best, alright, cool, that's their job, and they know better than us. They're the ones that have been doing this for years, and I'm enjoying it myself.
This is unfortunately this is just marketing, right? This is the second Crunchyroll original, and this is the first season of a new thing. They have to sell the general audience and all the action and everything, and then in season 2 they can fill out the story once more people are interested. Because this is how first seasons get axed, right? Like you don't have enough in the first season to interest everyone, and then no one cares and no one's watching it. So it's just like it all boils down to marketing and branding, and it sucks sometimes, but unfortunately it's just the way it is.
I mean,
Yeah.
sad but true.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, but I'm not caught up with the webtoons. I'm gonna have to at least come back into it again to have more of the story because.
Oh, same here. But to me, like who has not touched the webtoon once or even read one chapter or one episode, I don't really feel like I'm missing a lot right now at the moment. Probably once I start reading it, I'll be like, okay, they did cut out a lot, but I'm still enjoying the action. I'm still enjoying the story. The whole anime OST really has been making it feel alive and still entertaining. Well, the whole fight sequence of this episode and last episode, like seeing the powers of Q with his Joker type of stuff, of Ray saying or calling them the Six, which I'm still confused about the Six. So that was very interesting to see all these characters, have their own, unique powers and everything. So it's still very fascinating show and very entertaining one.
I'm kind of wanted to watch. I want to see that Grandpa's fight. Like,
Yeah.
so from what we know is that his arm got cut off and he got kidnapped or
But
captured
did he
by
get
them.
did he really get arm cut off? Because we didn't really know too much about the power system. And like that could be probably a clone jutsu fake arm.
We don't know. We don't know the webtoon series story from that.
It's like
I don't know about all that.
Well,
But,
I don't know about the arm. Like, hey, the arm could be real, but hey, he did verse a whole type of meteor fell on him, so it makes sense if an arm got cut off out of a
I'm
whole
sure
meteor.
his arm got caught by that giant blade, and he cut off his arm himself to get free. Like, because
Wait, a blade was it?
Yeah, it was like
It's
a giant
sword.
blade. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a sword.
And I call it meteor, so I was off. I said meteor.
Do you know what a meteor looks like?
A bow,
One
and
is a-
this is a sword.
That was definitely a sword.
I know.
It was a
But
sword.
hey, that was 2 weeks ago, right? So time flew for me where in my head I thought it was a meteor compared to a sword. Very different.
I mean, just because it come out of the sky doesn't always mean it's all a meteor. Right?
Exactly.
So that scene was sick, right?
It
was.
Watching that sword materialize in the sky, I'm like, oh shit! I want to see everyone
That
else.
shows the scale of what it's gonna get to.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so like, and that's why I love that they're like. I actually kind of don't mind that it's like this. It's because we're going to get to that point with our main characters, and it's going to be insane.
Well, we did see in the first episode, in the first 2 minutes, where they literally show a whole palm going to in an island. So if that could happen the first 2 minutes of the first episode, I'm like, so what kind of powers do we have with these people then? So I'm like,
I mean,
and
yeah,
God
where,
powers.
Yeah.
where, yeah, like Sam has always said to me, like they take the powers of gods and plus gods and monsters or anything. So like, and where Jin is called, and where Jin is called the Monkey King or anything. So I'm like, he must have been having some OP powers later down the road. And I've seen some glimpse or screenshots of him looking OD, nice design. So I'm like, can't wait to see how he looks or his powers technically, because I see how he looks. But his powers to be saying like, a lot of people on the Twitter timeline has been saying that he could take on the whole Naruto verse. I'm like, cool, but I don't know that yet.
I mean, despite his acupuncture work, he looks like he's strong.
Yo, my dude literally aimed at his ass. I was like, wait, what?
Pressure points, bro.
I mean, it's real. I mean, pressure point is fully
Oh, no.
real. You can literally
yeah.
be paralyzed, and
I like, and I said when I watched it the episode, like I love that happened to that character. Like you got to see him was like, yeah, I'm gonna try something new, and it was also to prove the point that what he knows is still better than what he's being taught. It is like, yeah, no, I'm gonna try this new thing, and it completely effed him over, and it was great. I loved it. It was so good.
It's really good about it because it just still shows that he's still learning, he's still training, and he's still human on that aspect. But he's still a child because right after that, it went to the little Giphy form, and I'm like, I love those little cute aspects because a lot of people have been annoyed about that on Twitter. I'm like, that's so cute. It's amazing.
I love
just
it.
to
It adds to the comedy factor of the moment. Like it
Even-
solidifies that this is a joke, and I like that.
And even though we saw a high schooler that was 38 years old, I'm happy he don't ever give up though, because that's a lot of years of being held back.
That poor guy.
At least he's trying.
At least he's trying. That's it. That's it though.
But that's a beautiful message. Like, hey, you lost now, but that means you have until next time. I'm like, my dude, you lost. There is no next time, but he still didn't give up. So that's a beautiful message.
I also noticed that the opening changed up a little bit too. Like, for
It
the visuals.
did.
For the visuals, it did change. I noticed that right away. First
He
watch it.
did.
Hey, wait a minute. The visual change over here, right, real quick.
He did. I was like, wait, you did? What? He like,
Yep.
huh?
Did not know.
Yeah, it did. It showed the fight sequence against Q and the Joker and the Nox dude. And I was like, this dude that has blew himself up like he was freaking like he was the character from Cyberman.
I was like, did he blow himself up? And I was like, yeah, probably. It probably was him. Yeah.
Like he know he was gonna.
I was hoping it was somebody else who blew
He
him
lost
up.
2 arms. What else can he do?
I mean, he could reattach them
Get-
apparently.
Exactly, with his
He
bungee
tried.
jump.
He tried to reattach it,
But you
that
wouldn't know
failed.
what that was either.
But I'm pretty sure like he would have gotten cutting up or eaten by that dragon. So he knew he's gonna have to like blow up. Can't spill any secrets. Can't reveal anything. So worst comes to shove, you have to try to at least try to take down with you.
Bro, what's
That's
funny,
everything.
Ray, about that character? So you know how sometimes I ask Sam for jokes and everything. So I asked Sam, hey Sam, who's this guy that Sam was talking about? Like,
Ahsoka?
He's a character from
Hunter
Hunter x Hunter. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I can't really put him because I don't know the joke. So I guess I'll do that another time in the future.
I've made 2 Hunter x Hunter jokes that you did not get, and I'm upset.
Not yet. One day.
We can't, in like 2025.
Hopefully by then you will see One Piece and catch up by then.
I'll be caught up like 6 times before you ever catch up on this.
So
Told you word.
Ray, I have a question for you.
So,
Are we going to learn more about these fruits?
yep.
All right. Thank
In
you.
this season or after?
Probably not this season.
Okay, I was gonna say yeah, probably not this season, but I want to know like what was it supposed to do? Was it supposed to kill him or like?
I mean,
It was supposed to awaken the power inside Jin. That's
Yeah.
what he was going for, because he said
well,
that.
I mean, really, it was like it's
Because
kind of
no,
like it's kind of like a trial, is what
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is. Yeah.
Because it was supposed to. I think he says that he was supposed to accelerate the
If
power.
you have a certain type of power, it like unlocks it. But if you don't, yeah, you die.
and
Yeah,
he
it
lives,
was
so
like-
that
it was a
means
test.
so that means he
Yeah.
has it.
Yeah.
That's what I gathered from it. He gave him the fruit to see if he would survive.
And it technically wasn't his fruit to give. It was actually the current master that was teaching him the acupuncture.
It's kind of like the stuff in it Seven Deadly Sins? What was that show?
I
Seven Deadly Sins?
I don't know which part from Seven Deadly Sins you're
I'm
talking
about to say, because One Piece has devil fruits. If that's what you're
No,
saying.
but those just give anybody powers. It doesn't matter. There's one show in particular where like you have to have a certain type of no, it's wow, I just completely messed that up. It's Xenoblade. And like in order to have be one of the people who wields a blade in that, you have to have a certain ability. If not, you die. So essentially that's how it works.
Have not seen Xenoblade, so when I know.
Isn't it a game?
Yeah, game, man, as well. But it
Get
does
your
look a lot of fun. But speaking about Seven Deadly Sins, I have not watched the real season 3, even though Netflix is calling it season 4. I've been rewatching season 1 and 2 just for the enjoyment of the actual good parts of season 1 and 2. Not sure if I'm gonna touch season 3 or what Netflix calls it season 4. Not sure if I'm gonna touch it, but I've been enjoying season 1. Opening 3 still slaps. Oh my god, that opening 3 still is amazing. I do not skip it. Opening 1 and 2, I did skip when I was rewatching Seven Deadly Sins. Opening 3, I let that fly like while I'm here, while I'm cooking breakfast and everything. I just let that fly. I'm like, let's go. It's amazing. It's great. But I can't wait. I'm about to reach Escanor. I'm on episode like 4 or 5. I'm about to reach Escanor in season 2.
He's in 4 and 5. I thought he's like, isn't he like in the middle?
No, he's like on episode 8, but we start to talk about Escanor narrative, like we start getting to the arc of Escanor, like, you know, to meet him, because Elizabeth goes by herself, because Deanne goes to meet Matrona and everything. So like I'm about to be there, because right now because our girl Merlin just told Meliodas we gotta get the lion saying, oh yes, we need that guy. I'm like, why you gotta be so mysterious? But rewatching this show has made me very more upset than I should be about the show in this series. I'm like, this show has so much more fucking potential, and like I wish the creator like had that potential to flourish it more than it should have. And still enjoy it, still had love for it, but I wish it was a solid 9 that could have been, and sadly it wasn't.
Dude, I feel you. I feel those sentiments completely, because when I knew that season 3 was coming out in Japanese, I rewatched season 1 and 2 so that I can just move directly into season 3. And then you watch this great thing, because I love the anime. I think the score is great, the character is great, the dub voice actors are great, the sub voice actors are great. And then you get to season 3 and it's this neutered piece of shit. The story's still good to me,
Yeah.
but when you get to the action stuff, it's like I'm so used to the blood, I'm used to the gory action, and then it's PG, and I don't want to watch a PG version of Seven Deadly Sins.
Yeah.
But I don't want to see that.
That's probably like me, because Sam's been telling me about season 3 in a bits and pieces, because he's been hearing it more than listening.
I'm more
And-
I'm more like listening than really watching, because it's still the whole shiny white blood thing, whatever
It's
that
not
thing
blood.
is. It ain't blood, but like which apparently it's very glittery and shiny, and it doesn't look right still. Right, regardless, there are like just 1 or 2 like frames in the scenes where they would show like dry blood, and then the rest all shiny white thing that's not blood.
I really wonder how it looks, because you keep calling it white semen. So I'm like, is it white like this white, or is it like white as my blue, or like I'm just curious to know like
If you're talking about the Jolly Roger thing, it's brighter. It's cleaner than that, whiter than that, like Bleach.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna watch it now. I don't know.
I'm gonna watch it just so I can talk trash about it. You know, I have to watch it before I actually talk trash.
Oh yeah,
about
like I'm gonna watch it. I just don't know how soon or how fast. If we do all watch it, then we just probably just might do a whole review about it, like quick segment of it for the main show. But still, it's just I've been enjoying season 1 and 2, but I'm just like dreading season 3. Like this show has so many fucking potential. Like
don't get me
Meliodas-
wrong. The dub voice is still great. It's still excellent. The dub voice is fine. It's just like even though Netflix did a little bit of touch up on the animation side from their end, it's still not completely great. It's just not. It's just really not.
And plus, I do agree with Bane. Like, not even the whole white blood doesn't work, but they could have made it purple because you could get away with purple because
If it was like
purple
a
blood.
demon,
Every other anime does get away with purple.
Yep, or green, like green or purple. Always just make it gory. That's it. Just call it a day. Blood don't really happen a lot. And he said, not even extra. You get blinded like you were hit with a flashbang in Call of Duty.
Exactly. Yes. That.
Wait, that's how it looks.
Yeah. That.
It's
Wow.
it's
You cannot stop. You cannot just stop. You're gonna have to look at it just because of its blinding effect, where it just disappoints you.
Damn, that is disappointing.
It was still bad. Like the story is okay. It's still there, but then
Damn.
at the same time, the story wasn't completely there. If I were to say, because it's just not that I already know the story from the manga side and everything like that. It's just that the pacing of this season was also not the best way to handle it or to go from it either. Because it's good that they touched the 3,000-year war. They also touched the reunion again. And I think that I didn't get too far into it. I think they have to discover of the other side of Melodious. But yeah, and they put out too much hints into this season 2 for the next following season. Like I'm not gonna spoil anybody for just the anime people, but if you do notice the clips and everything from Easter eggs, it's kind of obvious. Instead of back in season 1, season 2, they make it very vague. That gives you an idea if you noticed it. But then for this season, they just made it a little bit too obvious.
That was getting me so mad. Rewatching season 1 and 2, the whole foreshadowingness could have been much better. Like storytelling, like hearing something about Escanor, like the way our boy Meliodas was having a conversation with Merlin. Like Merlin, I need to have a conversation about what happened 10 years ago. We have to talk about that later, Meliodas. Okay, we'll talk about it later. I'm like, those type of conversations could have been so much better and improved and so much better converse with the whole storytelling and foreshadowingness about 3,000-year war, about his brother Zell and Strosa and everything. I was just about to say his other name.
Okay, I changed my mind. I got better stuff to watch. I'll watch other stuff instead. If I can read it, I'll read it. But I changed my mind.
Reading it is good until chapter 280.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be worth finishing. I think reading it anyway. I mean,
Yeah. If you just read it, I wanna hear your thoughts because I know you the
where
bond
can
stuff.
I read it?
Crunchyroll.
Legally?
No,
Oh, perfect.
Crunchyroll's legally.
Perfect.
That's how
all I need to know.
that's how we do our videos from.
I'll check for you right now if it's all still there.
It is still there. It just doesn't have the Bond Sun chapter thing.
I'm okay with this.
Yeah, definitely go for it because the artwork for the manga is actually really well done. I would say better than the anime.
Well, I mean, this season, of course.
You just need to be a premium member, and you'll have access to it.
I have always been a premium member.
They have only
just in case you're
chapters.
listening. Yeah.
They have only chapters 294 and to the last one.
That'll work.
Really?
Yeah, because I remember Sam. With Crunchyroll, they only have I think a good 30 or so. Like for example, for Attack on Titan, they have the most recent chapter, and I think until chapter 115 or something. So they only have a small section. They don't always have the whole catalog, which is weird. I find that so weird from Crunchyroll.
I mean, Crunchyroll is just mainly named for its anime, not really for its manga library.
But me or Sam could find you a good site to read that will have good scans, and you could read it until 294. But what's sad, right after 294 is where it gets all over the place. And if you read it, I want to hear your thoughts because me and Sam, I was with a sour mouth. Sam worse than me, so I'll say that. Sam was worse. I
love this, right? I used to love this.
I know you did. You were one of the reasons why I even gave it a chance in the first place. So.
And then they just they slaughtered my son.
Look at what they did to my boy.
It was disappointing what they did with all these characters. Escanor. No, but Escanor has some good moments. Some really great moments.
His momentum never really dropped from me.
It just went higher and higher. And my dude got more muscle. Like, just imagine steroids on times 100. Like, my dude had traps. And his traps had traps.
But then even without the muscle, he has a very good heart. He has the lion's courage.
Like Ray and James.
Wizard of Oz, he really does have the lion's courage, even without the strength.
Like, just imagine in one panel that Escanor was like Brock Lesnar with The Rock, with the most strongest man, built body like this, and then a small dude all the way in the bottom of the panel. That's how big Escanor got in the later chapters. And I'm like, how more bigger can you make this character look like? Like, my dude literally had like biceps with biceps, traps with traps. Like his muscles were so defined. I'm
traps on traps on traps. Okay, I got you.
Power of the sun. The power of the sun.
I still got to get my Escanor tattoo. I'm gonna do that. Still.
You getting the lion sin?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I still want to get the dragon sin. And but the story with Meliodas and Elizabeth could have been so much, but like it sucks that people don't know those.
I'm still that story is still weird for me. I'm gonna be very honest with you.
Can I just spoil it and say it what it is?
Meliodas and Elizabeth. It's weird.
No. Weird? But then may I say like what it is, like to tell you straight up what is the story?
No, wait before you start spoiling.
I'm about to say no. We probably shouldn't for James, but it's weird. I think it's a very very weird relationship.
Well, first of all, James, are you gonna try to finish or complete, or just listen? Or
James, how far did you make it into 7 Deadly Sins?
What, in terms of the manga?
Anime.
Or story in general.
I got halfway through season 3 in sub.
Oh, then you should know why it's weird.
I mean, I don't think it's weird. That's why I want to know your perspective.
No, but
weird.
They haven't said the full story of it. They haven't said the full story.
Yeah, it's not the full story.
Because there's more later.
They gave you enough hints.
So they gave us the weirdest part of it?
In a way, yeah.
Like the vague part of it, yeah. Like, there's a reason why it's like.
It wasn't vague. They made it seem very. This is it.
May I just say it? May I just say it? And for people that want to avoid spoilers, just come back in 2 minutes.
No, we're not. We're not gonna go into the spoilers.
I mean, is it the whole thing that he raised her and then she gets reincarnated and then he starts boning her? Like, is that the problem?
That's very weird, James. James
Kinda.
James is not okay.
It is weird, but I mean, he's immortal. Everyone's gonna be young to him, so it's I don't personally see it as that big a deal.
That's weird.
No,
I mean, he waited until she legal.
That still is weird. He's like, hey, one day, I'm no, don't like it. Don't like this.
It will make sense though. It would make sense.
I guess because I've seen it in so many movies and stuff before.
Yeah,
it's a part of this story. Whatever this is. That's why it is, and I just roll with it.
And then watch, it's gonna be like, oh, by the way, I'm your aunt. That's probably what it's gonna be at the whole end of it. Yep.
Like JoJo? No.
No, I was thinking. Never mind. Anyway,
no.
Yeah. So, who boy? Yeah.
May I just?
No.
Shut up, Miguel.
If Ray just said he was gonna read it, why are you gonna spoil it?
So when I find out, then I can come and tell you how I've changed my mind.
There's so much more.
I'm also going to read it. No spoilers, please.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to see this. I'm not saying this is my end all be all answer because I will read it and I will change my mind based on what I learned.
From before the chapter 294, it's good. Where you shouldn't spoil them yet.
I will say, season 2. I mean, season 4 of Netflix, but the official season 3 of the series, they end around chapter 180. Or 170, me and Sam said around chapter 170, 180. The real story about Elizabeth and everything happens from 190 to 210. So if you want to know what happens, so that's what happens. The real
Didn't they explain this in the season 3? Like,
They explain at the end of season 3. So at the end. So if you want to know what happens, because there's more story of Elizabeth and everything
Alright.
at the end of season 3, but they tell the full story about said characters and their backstory around chapter 220 and everything before said characters go somewhere else.
all right.
That's like probably the most hardest vague of non-spoiler I have to hold and do.
You worked really hard for that. I can see you sweating. You know that meme of that kid sitting in class like straining? That was Miguel right there.
I was gonna say, like, you know that Key and Peele skit where like he was trying to hide his history, his internet history and stuff like that, and he was just sweating bullets from his wife and stuff like that.
Yep.
Kind of like that.
That's why Miguel uses his phone. Anyway.
That was so hard. But
I mean, I'm gonna read it. It's gonna be. I think it'll be fine. I actually probably will enjoy it more. Like seriously, if I read it. So,
no, you will. And plus, Bane did ask. Did any of us see the movie, the one that happened on Netflix on 2019, that dropped on January 1st?
Yep.
The
Sky Prison or whatever it was.
Yeah. We did review it back then a year ago, right?
Yeah, we did.
Thought we did.
Yeah, we did. So
podcast.
if you don't look back, just check on some number episode that was. But let's just briefly talk about it real quick. I just want to say still love the combo of the 7 Deadly Sins, even though it makes no logical sense of how that combo happened. Still amazing combo. That's probably one of the best combo of a whole Escanor making a whole lava. Still one of the most illogical scene that ever happened in anime, but like James has always said, is anime.
He drop kicks a son. What doesn't make sense? Well, he drop kicked a son. What doesn't make sense?
Like, how do you have your own scene? Lava, drop kick, fireball. I'm like,
he made his own son. He gets the right to drop kick, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, there's no need for logic stuff. I mean, he made a son when he was facing Esterosa. Everyone else's armor would melt. They would die. They would turn to dust.
Everybody would die.
but
That's how the sun works.
Even that lake didn't have look less than a
Unless
second for
he
that
decided, no,
Yeah,
I am so powerful. I get to decide exactly where the heat goes.
yo, speaking about said
Which
characters,
will be insane, by the way.
That sounds like Fire Force ability or something like that.
that is true.
That's like OP Fire Force ability right there.
But in speaking about said characters about 10 Sins, I gotta give props to the great character development for Hendrickson and Dreyfus, because I didn't expect them to actually like them as much as they did. But rewatching season 2, seeing like one, Hendrickson dub voice very good, sub voice very good too, but also his character progression of how you go the evil mastermind from season 1 to season 2 to becoming Ryama the Druid. I'ma hear acid, help you out guys, I'ma be a good guy again. I'm like, not bad. Makes no sense, but you're actually doing good, good full circle. So I just want to give
Was he not always possessed by a commandment? Was he not?
He was possessed by the past 10 years because he was possessed by
Yeah.
him and Dreyfus. But Dreyfus was a full one in command, but he took control of Hendrickson first, so that's why he got control of both.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird logic into that one, but yeah. Bane says Escanor is toasty with determination. Yeah, that's true. But
It's
I mean, the movie, I liked it, but not a lot of people did.
I mean, because it's
It's okay.
But
Like,
said reason why the studio changed because it didn't make that much money, which it was still the worst decision they ever made because they should have never changed studio. But said what happened. It's been a year already. So as much as we could complain or gripe, it happened. They changed studio. It's their fault.
Yeah, it was cool to see like those different types of like A class and S class like type demons. That was cool.
I don't even
And
want to
I
talk about. I was just gonna say I don't want to talk about the story because there's so many things that, like story threads that never continue, like about the whole mother of chaos that never wrap up nicely and everything. So like, again, me and Sam has a sour mouth of the whole ending, but more Sam, but me is like the more I talk about it, the more probably disappointed I get. Like, so sad.
Yeah. It doesn't end well for some reasons. Not a bad ending. It's just it could have been written so much better.
You can say if it's bad. If you think it's bad, you think it's bad.
Not-
Not like oh the bad guys win bad ending, but like I mean as in like the bad story writing.
Oh, I 100% agree with Bane. think the movie was good, but it felt like a story subplot to the original story. I was kind of hoping for a good connection between the main plot and this movie. Yes, it tries to connect it, but it connects more to the end, meaning probably season 5 or season 6. If I have to give you my honest answer, the movie actually connect more and much better and fluently if it was for season 5 or 6. That's the best answer I could give. And that's a horrible answer because that's bad storytelling.
Yeah.
Yes.
It just didn't fit. It just didn't fit completely.
And I mean, and that's okay. Like, sometimes those Naruto movies never actually fit with what was happening, but
that's true.
Hey, but
Naruto filler is a killer. You know what I'm saying?
maybe we just needed to see a rainbow Rasengan for this movie.
No, we never needed to see that. Actually, that's not something we ever actually asked for ever.
We never need Naruto to end every single movie with a Rasengan or Giant Rasengan or Shuriken Rasengan or something named Rasengan. Like it literally happened in the end of every movie.
So we're doing a Star Wars with 7 deadly sins. I'm not sure what that means.
I mean, or a Kamehameha, so it's the same thing. It's just a ball.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I think if it was just the whole movie, just Escanor going ham, throwing suns at enemy and bad guy, then that would make the movie 100 times better. Because I think we just wanted to see Escanor being Escanor.
If I could hear him just talk for a whole 90-minute movie, to literally hear him being all prideful, I'm enjoying the movie. That's all. Just hearing him talking about his pridefulness and use the sun, do some crazy shit, and give good speeches like he always does. I'd be entertained. I'd be like, "Hey, this my bitch here. I like that."
What?
All right. Okay.
Okay. Moving on. Next anime. How about you, Miguel? Anything that you've watched recently this week, anime-wise or manga-wise?
I've been watching Community with you, Sam.
Right.
I've been watching that. You put me onto it. Never seen it in my life. I think I don't know how I got into it. I think you kind of. It was one late night. My girl fell asleep on something. I was like, let me try to watch the Community. I sent a picture saying, "Hey, I'm gonna try out." He's like, "All right, cool." I could not finish the first episode, and then this Saturday, Sam was having a struggle with the Rams as again, round 2 with Rams. That was very funny how Sam be I wish I recorded Sam putting the Rams. It was a missed opportunity. It was really a missed opportunity. My dude was like hoping the Rams work. He's like, "I fixed it, nigga. High five." Moments later, fuck. I was like, "Cool, Sam. You're good." Like, I'm gonna go back down, take part of the PC again, and go again. Like, okay, so I guess the PC is not going well. Like, just press play. I'm like, okay, I'll press play on the Community. So we literally went from watching one episode of Community in the kitchen while we were eating dinner,
8 episodes,
and then from one episode to literally becoming 8 episodes. So literally about 3 to 4 hours of watching the Community, and Sam's still trying to fix the Rams. That's how much our Saturday was for round 2.
Yeah. I mean,
round 3 is gonna happen this Saturday. I don't know how long that will be.
It wasn't just plug and play for this one. Unfortunately, it wasn't.
I'm sorry. Oh, that's no fun.
I mean,
at all.
I don't think it's the RAM itself is the problem. If it is, I'll just return it.
I think it's just Miguel, to be honest. So
what did you do to the computer? Hey, you're mostly using this. What did you do?
I always blame the user. It's a user problem, not a computer problem. I'm just saying.
Hey, all I do is literally have editing, Photoshop, Discord, YouTube, Google Chrome tab, and that's it. Those are the only tabs I use.
I mean, one Google Chrome tab.
Okay, now one Google Chrome tab. 2 Google Chrome windows. One window has about 8 tabs. The other window has about 18 tabs. So that's how.
How long have you had that computer?
Sam?
A little bit over a year.
That's it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yep.
Oh. I mean, it needs to be reimaged. It just needs to be reimaged, and you'll
we talked about this.
And I probably need to get like a proper Windows license for it.
I don't know what you're talking about. You have all the proper Windows licenses here. Everything is fine.
Yeah,
everything we do here is legal
from
on
Windows
here.
7. Yeah, upgraded from Windows 7 to 10.
But you know what wasn't legal?
This shit there. Ooh. Smooth. All
Good
according
one.
to plan.
Good one.
Yeah.
What was not legal, Sam?
I think it's called Kiss Anime, Kiss Manga. That's what it's called. This thing that came in like around 2012, sort of thing, and that helped a lot of people try to binge watch a lot of animes back in the day.
I mean,
It is kind of now.
Back in the day. So I just kind of want to get this out of the way. So back in the day, the only way that you really could watch animes like consistently was through a pirated site because there were no paid portals for you to watch them. There was the accessibility was not there. It didn't exist.
True.
And so I'm not saying it was okay. It's just that's all we had. Now
it was much
we have
more struggle.
so many places to watch it legally, and it
Too many sometimes.
doesn't cost you an arm and a leg. That really you have no reason to be pirating anime. Like, I'll be very honest with you, you just don't.
Well,
same thing with movies and TV shows now. There's so many ways to watch all of them that you really don't need to pirate them. You just do that now because you don't want to pay for it. So
there's some things that I just commented. I think I forgot who. Well, one of the voice actors that said that. I think
The
it was
voice actor
Raymond.
for Bakugo. From My Hero.
Yes, him. I commented on his tweet, and then I just said, "Hey guys, just buy your own servers and anything, or just have a VPN and anything like that." And then it went from within a couple of days to literally having almost 45 comments. People going to thread. Never read every single one, but I was curious to know what people said. Some people had some civil arguments. Others had a lot of curse words at me. It was very
Twitter.
fun to read.
It's Twitter. You're gonna have to at least expect those like every time.
But I understand some key points people said. So one key point was the main one I saw, saying that what happened with Crunchyroll, Funimation, Amazon, Netflix, those are the main ones that have anime. What happened if those four don't have any of the shows that we want to watch that are from the 80s or 2000s that don't have it? Where else can we go? And also, if it is not sold on Blu-ray or DVD yet, where can we go? They go to a legal site.
Well, for one, how often do you want to watch these 80s and 90s anime?
And see, this is okay. And this will take us down a whole road. This is how I feel about backwards compatibility and consoles too. It's like, I don't give a damn. I'm trying to play new stuff. If I really wanted to play something old, I would try my best to find a way to play it on something
Emulator
old.
or something.
I don't.
Like that,
I don't. It's not that difficult. Like, it's not that necessary. You know what? Y'all know how much I love Zoid Century Zero. I love that. And guess what? Nobody has it. I cannot watch that legally anywhere. But you know what? I'll wait. Exactly. It's like, yo, I'll just wait. I'm sure it'll come back somewhere someday. Somebody like I waited years for them to give me a G Gundam box set. As soon as it was available, I bought it.
Yep.
I waited years. Like, I'm an adult. It was until I was an adult that I got a G Gundam box set. So like, I'll wait. It's not that important. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I want to watch something, like, I'm gonna watch new stuff because the new stuff is good. So I'm gonna watch it. And if it's that good, guess what? Somebody licensed it and it's available on something. So
I mean, I get the urge, right? Like, I can think of 2 anime right now that I can't find anywhere unless I go to, and site, but it is what it is, like, these people work really hard to put these things together, and we have, that's just the way it is.
So let me, a really good example I have is, what is it? Tenjo Tenge. I'm pretty sure that's on Amazon now. I can watch Tenjo Tenge on Amazon Prime now, I think. Oh no, actually, I can watch it on Crunchyroll now. There was a time where nobody knew what the hell that was, and the only way you could watch it was illegally.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, it's you like it. It's wild, and like, I mean, it's real wild. But that
wild-wise as plot-wise is what you mean?
I want you all. Have any of you watched Tenjo Tenge?
I have not.
Hey, that's homework for all of you from me. I'm serious. You go watch this and be like, holy shit. Like, I'm not even kidding. I need you to watch Tenjo.
I mean,
I will put it in the group chat for y'all.
I mean, I've seen some weird stuff that Miguel was watching with our friend George. Ghost
It's
Oh,
not
stories.
that weird.
I'm about to
It's
say
not
like,
that weird.
I'm about to say like first
ghost stories.
I'm about to say first finish the sentence of what I've been watching because I'm like I watch a lot of weird shit. But then you see with George, I'm
We
like,
know.
Alright. Oh, because I did watch two things with George. So Avatar Last, oh no, the wrong one.
Korra.
Legend of Korra, The Last Airbender. And I watched Ghost Stories. Have you guys heard of Ghost Stories, the dub?
I've heard of it, but I have not watched
Yo,
it.
that shit's some wild shit. It's on
They say
Crunchyroll. It's on
They say
Crunchyroll.
some crazy stuff
And it's-
back in like the early
And it's real
90s, 80s.
and it's real dub voice actors that they're like famous today that they did this work. And it's literally there's a line in the dub voice. I think we saw 2 episodes. I was watching it myself, George, and Kid. Sam came at the end of episode 2. And
Yeah,
this
I
was
was
the first
so
2 episodes.
weirded out. I came in the wrong time.
And it was shocking because there's an episode where there's a demon or ghost that haunts people in the girls' bathroom in the 4th store. Has to be in the 4th store. So some guy, some teacher went to the girls' bathroom. It's because the ghost clogged all the bathrooms in the new school. So all the students and teachers had to go to the old school where the old school's haunted. So the teacher went to the bathroom, to the girls' bathroom, and to stall. And he said that I wish there was some girls here and everything so I could look at. So that's the dub voice and everything. And they see some wild shit. And like there's some student that be saying some like wild shit too. And like, and it's hilarious, funny. But I think for the people that are 21 and over, if you want to watch Ghost Stories, watch it with your creative activities that you want to watch it with. That's what I would say. It's very fun.
Really, it's really wild.
It's very fun and wild.
It was before they had to hold censorship
Anyway,
language.
watch Tenjo Tenge because that's if you ever look up like craziest fight scenes in an anime, that one comes up on those videos very often.
All right, I'm gonna check that right now.
Like and they're ridiculous, but they're good. But the show itself is just early 90s ish anime. It's crazy. It's good though.
Oh, girls in the cover and a sword.
Yeah, it might not have aged well. I'll be very honest with you, but it's worth seeing for the culture. That's what I'm saying.
And it has 24 episodes.
To go more with Kiss Anime, like back in the day, it's understandable because even before Kiss Anime, everybody was trying to watch anime through YouTube in 240p clips in like part 1, part 2, part 3, and it might not even be your own subtitle language. Usually, sometimes it's either Spanish subtitles or like whatever stuff, or raw, where you don't get any subtitles at all, and you're just watching it for the pictures, but you don't understand what they're talking about. Like, there was a struggle back then, and then Kiss Anime did save a lot of us to be able to get more freely to watch. Many varieties sometimes, but then there are times where you're gonna pick up some weird animes that you just watch, but it was something. It was accessible. You can, and there's a lot less ads back in the day too. If I were to.
Oh yeah, there was, but there was more malware and virus because that's how I always broke my mom's. Not broke. That's how I always damaged my mom's laptops. And my mom's asked me, "Why is it broken?" I'm like, in my head, I'm like, illegal anime sites and porn. So that's the only 2 reasons why. But I never told her the truth. I just said, I don't know, Mom. Just me doing schoolwork and just listen to music. I don't know what happened. But
schoolwork. All right.
Never once did schoolwork on her laptops. Never. I just always.
You just want to study more in health class, right? I see.
Yes, I definitely want to study more sex ed to learn for the future and become who I am today. Definitely, for sure, Sam. That's definitely the right answer.
So funny story. Back in the day when I was using dial-up trying to watch anime on the internet, I stumbled upon dragonmoonax.com. Have you guys ever heard of that website?
Never
I
heard
think
of it.
That
sounds familiar.
You're
I
making
would
my
say
brain
familiar.
go real far back.
Yeah, but it is a not safe for work website.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But I stumbled upon that while trying to find anime back in the day. Also, I said this story before, but one of my first times watching Dragon Ball Z was actually really late at night on some random channel watching it in Japanese. And I had no idea what
There were some other shows I watched like that, not Dragon Ball. It was like there was this one, I don't know, it was this movie about people who could control paper, and it was I don't remember what that was called.
Control
Yeah.
paper.
Yeah, they could control paper. Like that was their power.
For me, I was watching Dragon Ball in Spanish late at night, and also watching on YouTube, where I had to see the finished parts of some fights in Naruto where it was not yet legally Crunchyroll or closer to Nami. So it's like when I first started learning about anime and everything, real anime that was not Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, everything. So I was watching it on YouTube where it's parts that was said by Bane and everything, where I had to find out some parts on Naruto and see fights, but hear the voice like in some different language, but see the subtext in like Spanish. I'm so happy my mom forced me to learn Spanish. I'm like, thank God I could read. I could learn what was happening in screaming Naruto in a different language, but still was entertaining just to seeing the whole visuals. I'm like, I'm glad Toonami save us on Saturdays, but I want to learn more about the other world. But that's how I cut up to Naruto. I mean, not Naruto. One Piece. One Piece was helped by illegal anime. That's how I cut up. One Piece was how I did my binge during my summer. Play sports, came home, One Piece. Stay up until 2-3 in the morning watching it on illegal site. I think it was like One Piece, like watch onepiece.com, and like and then right there was the other tabs where you could say watch bleach.com, watch naruto.com. Like right there was all the tabs in the same like home tub. It was amazing. That's how I cut up to a lot of shows.
You have a lot of tabs for those. No wonder you got the virus and those like that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I remember I've done the same. I used Kiss Anime to try to catch up with Naruto, but there was just so much episodes, and like they always go weekly by weekly, and there was like almost no way to actually
I
finish.
mean, if I remember correctly, that was that, or a different site is how I watched all of Ippo, like in the beginning, because Ippo literally has Ippo ever actually been like localized, like period.
Its current season, like the new season.
Yeah, the newest one. I think the rise, the fighting Ippo. I think so. But other than that, no.
And like,
but that was years ago.
I remember watching Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood on Kiss Anime as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've watched the series when it's like first airing every single week on Kiss Anime. Like, so it's not like a horrible thing for me that Kiss Anime wasn't all bad. It was just to start opening up for everybody, new people who are interested in anime.
By the way, Skullcat, no, I absolutely started watching anime on VHS. Get out of here. You ain't that old, but you old enough.
I've watched Dragon Ball GT on VHS.
That was a mistake, but that's fine.
And GT is the best still. I will still be on that floor by myself. I will still say that until this day, by myself.
How do I remove a floor, like just in that period? I'm gonna remove that floor. That sounds like a good idea.
But question, speaking about, because one other comment was on Twitter on the nice 45 comments that people want to scream at me. People were saying that if you use a VPN on Crunchyroll Funimation, that they could ban your account because Crunchyroll Funimation has a bylaw when you sign up to their account that you cannot use a VPN. So that's one more reason why people use those sites. Because also in their country, Control of Funimation or Verve is not there yet, so that's another reason why people cannot go to use that site. So, what do you guys give those feedback on those two topics?
Okay, so for one, like it doesn't mean that you're restricted from Netflix because everybody uses VPN Netflix to watch like other series that you can't watch in the US. For one thing, okay, I get that you're limited onto what certain animes you can't watch for Crunchyroll and Verve or Funimation, but there are other like stuff like an Anime Lab, because I know places, countries in Australia, places in down south uses Anime Lab where you can stream those anime because they're also a branch themselves. With the certain stuff, I guess I'm gonna like give a random percentage because I don't necessarily know how much in the catalog library book Anime Lab has with Crunchyroll and Funimation and all that stuff. I'm gonna say they at least have a good 70% of what's like big mainstream anime, and that's what most people are watching these days now.
So to that, for those comments, I'll say this: if you want to find it, you'll be able to find it on the internet. Like
Mhm.
that's just how it is. Like that, it's going to be on the internet regardless, because there's always going to be people in this situation where they can't legally find the things that they want to watch, and that's just because licensing will never be that easy for for any company. And so like, yeah, it sucks that you can't watch it legally, but most of these people, I don't even think you would watch it legally if you could, because think about all the people who can watch it legally that don't. So
It's true, because
I mean, you're gonna do what you're gonna do, and it's like I can't personally, I personally don't care what you do. I just know that there are so many other ways to do it that I choose to do it the legal way because I can now. You know what I'm saying? I grew up when it was that was the only way to do it, but now you have so many options. I say that you have the choice to not do it that way is what I'm saying for most people anyway. But
Yeah.
when you don't, you do what you need to do.
The point of this for me is pay for it. Just pay for it. If you want more anime, if you want more selection, these companies only listen to one thing, and that's green money.
Mhm.
So if you're putting your money into Crunchyroll and Funimation and these other legal ways of doing it, they will invest more money into giving you what you want anyway. And I don't think Crunchyroll is really that expensive. Funimation is also super cheap, and you have these huge libraries of anime. You can afford it, and it's way better quality. Kiss Anime is garbage quality.
Yeah.
If you want 1080p anime, something that actually looks and sounds good, you will pay for it, and they will give you more. Netflix invested $80 million because they saw that there was a market for adding more anime to their streaming service. And because of that, and many other things that they've done, they've gained more subscribers. They have so many subscribers. So help these people give you what you want.
And they won't give you a computer harpagonus affiliates, and you'll be fine.
and plus, I want to add to what they're saying as well, is that yes, anime is still growing. Right now, it's still turning into mainstream, just like what happened with Netflix. Netflix turned to Amazon, to Hulu, to Disney Plus, to HBO Max. Those streaming services are just fresh and new. Streaming is still roughly new. TV is about to be 100 years old soon. Within the next 10 years, it's going to be 100 years old soon. But streaming service is still roughly new. So people need to understand that anime, last Funimation, Crunchyroll, they're still learning to get better. They're still trying to go into the bylaws into different countries. Each country has their own different laws in their own different streaming service, their own internet, different laws in their own country. Not every law is the same in every country. So things like that exist also, where they have to have different people talk to people in different languages. All those type of things exist, and that's where we'll slowly get there, where country will be worldwide, not just in each different country have different laws. So it's just in time we'll get there, because country Funimation is roughly less than 10 years old, or about 10 years old.
Yeah, less than 10. Less than 10.
So yeah, so we're slowly getting there. And plus Netflix, about 10 years old. Well, much longer, but if you count streaming side, then yeah, about 10 years old. But we're slowly getting there, guys. So in time, everything will be in the backlogs for Funimation, Verve, High Dive, Anime Lab, and many others that I cannot name.
And like, and I've seen some of your comments in that Twitter post where people have said like, how is our money that we pay for subscription is going to the anime studios and to the anime? Well, first, anime streaming services like Crunchyroll, Funimation, and Netflix, they need to buy license for those animes so that they can legally watch it, so that everybody can watch it. No, they're not. They are not cheap.
Licenses are not cheap. They need money to pay for the licenses to give you what you want. If they don't receive money, then they have no incentive to go out and pay for the licensing rights to get the anime that you want. So if you pay for it, you will get what you want.
And the people want to get mad about Crunchyroll and plus Funimation licensing. It depends who puts more money. Like for example, because the show is coming in the fall within less than 2 months, the show JJK is only streaming on Crunchyroll. That means you can only watch on Crunchyroll. But you know why Crunchyroll did that? It's because that means they'll get more subscribers, more people to come to their channel for the next 3 months, because they know people might just join for 3 months, make a new account, and then leave after. That's what they do always, because they don't want to pay again for the next couple months, and that's how they will do that. Or because that's how they make money. And licensing, that's why nobody has it, Funimation or other sites, for that reason.
Yeah. Like that's really it. And all these streaming services always gives you like a free 30-day trial or something just to watch free anime for 30 days without the syphilis, without any problems. All HD and well translated and subtitles.
Oh man.
So, but like it does help. And it does, the money from the licensing also goes straight to the anime studios, animation studios that helps create these anime, helps fund it, hire new workers and jobs in Japan.
That
And
too.
if they're that popular as well, you also help the voice actors here in the US for
To
dub
get new
version.
jobs.
Even if there are gonna be a whole lot of people who are only people and hates dub acting for no reason, for not the best reason or anything at all. Like, okay, so people need jobs. People like to work. People still love dub anime. They want invested. People will invest into it. You're helping them, give them jobs to give them shows that they want to watch. It
And-
helps. It's a great chain of connection that helps right there.
And plus, to add what Sam said as well, people that complain that most of our money in the subscription don't go to the people in Japan like that. But people need to understand the money that we pay for is what James said, is that it's not to pay the voice actors or the people in Japan. The studios that make the animation, those people are paying
Their
the people
own.
in Japan.
Their
But
own.
what we're paying for is for the Crunchyroll to have the money to license for us to see it around the world and states or nationwide. So those are things of what we're paying for exactly. And what Sam just said is that if the show gets enough traction, just like God of High School, just like shows that have Tower God, the voice actors that dub gets their extra job to make it and bring the dub people that love it to get that shine. So there's pros and cons for everything. And people that complain about the sub translators don't get paid enough, guess what? That happened in other companies,
yeah.
in retail and other
That's
jobs
just a foreign
too.
country.
We're still learning as well. We're still improving in all different type of medium and jobs as well. So we're not perfect yet, but we're getting there.
Yeah, that alone is just the workforce, like everything. But that's a whole different entire topic. We're just buying the license, and you know what else goes into that extra money? Having these anime movies in theaters. You know, that's the best part. Without us
But
buying
what's theaters?
subscription for this, right? But when I'm like before this year,
What do you mean? Theaters are opening in like 9 days.
Yeah, James, again,
Actually,
good
Ray,
luck.
after tomorrow.
Oh, wait, overseas, right?
No, I have a ticket Friday. I have a ticket for Friday, bro.
Good
Well,
luck
this
to
is-
you, my
hey,
man.
This is
Be
James'
safe.
last
Last
show,
show.
James.
Be-
I'm gonna
be
miss
very
you.
safe.
Thank you so much for being on the show. I loved having you as a friend. Ah,
You will be missed. You will be missed.
I was about to say that, just like, damn. Yeah. Good luck to you, James.
But
I
yeah,
don't know. I understand why you want to go, but again, good luck to you.
is it the whole 15 cents thing? A movie ticket?
I mean, I have A-list, so I mean,
Oh.
that means anything to me. But I mean, I'm going because I haven't been to the movies in 5 months. I'm going in a mask. I'll be wearing gloves and long sleeves, and
Do you need
I
a hazmat suit?
I am going to trust AMC's new sanitation work. They are the biggest theater chain in the world.
They are.
That's true.
They are.
I believe that they will do what they need to do, and I will take the necessary precautions. I will have my own sanitizer. I know AMC will have sanitizer, but I'll have my own. I will take precautions. I'll be fine.
By the way, are you going by yourself or with your friends or with
going-
Mia?
There's gonna be like 6 of us.
Oh,
Okay.
so I'm guessing Breezy is one of them.
No, he lives in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But yeah, as I was saying, like before this whole entire year and cough and everything, like our funding subscription also goes into movies. Like when you know animation studios, they know that their work is so popular worldwide. It gives them more incentive to create anime movies, and then have that anime movie out for around the world, earn money. Now you're not the best. They're not really competing with the movie industry. It's just you got the opportunity to watch a great movie or an anime movie that you would never expect to see in like your local theaters or any other theaters that you come in. Like this money is going somewhere, and it's not like it's not going anywhere. That's all we're saying. Support your streaming services because it does help. It's not like back then where we watched TV where you're forced to watch the commercials. You can
Honestly, don't
have
miss
more
commercials.
options like this.
I
I don't either.
I
I'm
haven't
just
watched a commercial in a while.
the only thing I still do that's probably old school is listen to the radio in my car. Also, it's because I don't have Bluetooth in my car. But
Wait. There is one. There's also YouTube ads in there. Double
I'm
ads every
I am a
day.
YouTube premium member, so nope.
I YouTube Red is what used to be called, and I will still call it that.
Yeah, I have YouTube Premium all the way.
Yeah,
So,
So this episode brought to you by YouTube Premium. Subscribe now.
so I want to talk about this real quick. So there's the argument that we've gotten to a point with streaming services where it's pretty much like cable now, right? The difference is everything's on demand. I watch it when I want. I pause, I go away, and I come back. I can start it over whenever I want. I don't have to download or DVR anything because it's just they're streaming.
I mean, you could if you want to, if you're on the go and everything, which is great benefit.
Because I have pretty much everything. Apple TV, Peacock. I have
What?
How is Peacock actually? The stream, it's like a new service.
Yeah, I haven't. So we get it free through AT&T. I mean, Xfinity.
I heard of it, but I don't know much about it.
Yeah, me neither.
The Mummy animated series is actually on Peacock. And after I saw that, I was like, oh, we get it for free. So let's just pick up the box and now we can watch that show for free.
Okay.
Like the Mummy animated series, like back in
Yeah, like the late 90s.
Oh, that Mummy series! Wow.
I remember watching that in Kids
Same.
WB. Wow.
That is old.
At first, I was like, "Wait, which mummy?" I mean, even if it's Mummy's alive, I would definitely. That's pretty good too.
Jesus.
That's good too. Like,
Wow. So,
The one based off the movies from the early.
okay. That's actually was a good animated show. I liked it.
I liked it, yeah.
but your question, continue.
No, just saying, like, I have all of the streaming services and it is pretty much like paying for cable. Like, what do you guys think? Like, do you think there's a big difference?
Well, it's definitely cheaper than cable.
I don't
Definitely
miss
cheaper than
TV. I don't miss TV. To me, I have a smart TV right there that used to be my own monitor, and I have 3 monitors here for my PC. And I don't miss I don't miss cable. I don't miss the ads. Like if I need to watch a show, James could tell me, Ray could tell me, Sam, or my friends could tell me, hey, I saw this show on Amazon. They could watch. It's called The Boys. All right, cool. I'll go watch it. If I don't have that account, I can, hey, can you share me that account so I can watch it? Stuff like that. Cable is like cable. I used to scroll what to watch, go down to the next channel, switch on the channel. If a show I like is at the same time at 8 p.m. but the both an hour, I have to go, choose one or the other and try to or try to watch at the same time, go back and forth, and I try to put the pieces of what I missed and what sense I missed. So that was a headache. So stuff like that, like with TV before and everything, and plus a DVR, pay extra money. Like, but streaming service, my friends Sam Cypher uses my Crunchyroll account. I use the Sam HBO account, so we share streaming services at the same time. I feel like I prefer streaming service over TV or technically cable. To me, I love streaming service because I could pause, add. I'm watching Lucifer. Never have seen Lucifer. I'm watching Community. I'm watching that for the first time. So it has its pros and cons, but I enjoy streaming service. So that's my best answer I could give, James, for that.
Yeah.
So okay. I grew up with television, I mentioned, and when I first had cable, like literally, every single day I have the TV on while I'm doing something, and I kind of like the options that there were so many different channels of shows that I could watch, and like I literally, if there's a commercial, switch to another channel, like see if like they're not on commercial, you go to another channel, and then switch so on and so forth. You literally have the whole go back to the other channel and then go back to the previous channel. And that's what I usually did. But then when it got so expensive and had to cancel cable, I literally did not watch anything for a very long time, and it was hard. And even though I had Netflix, I didn't even know what to even stream to watch on Netflix. And I think there was a pretty good variety shows that was on there. It took me a while, but that's actually when I fully tried to do other sites to try to watch TV show, but it just doesn't work for me. Like the whole, it's just Kiss Anime all over again. You gotta try to avoid the ads and try to avoid the syphilis, like again. And then I couldn't take it anymore. Like streaming services is the only way that I can watch any of the shows. I can wait now. Usually I can't wait. I want to watch it live, one in person. And I had no idea like some of these shows can just be on the next following day too.
That too.
Like like if you watch the CW episodes, like if you were to watch it live in these shows, like off, and you just want to be ahead of the time, because you have to wait a very long time for it to even come on to their streaming service or their website, or even on Netflix. You have to literally wait until the season completes first before you even watch it. Like I want to watch it live. I have the time now. I might not have time in the future for it to be able to binge watch it. So like I just want to watch it right away, right now, and watch the commercials with it. Like I don't mind. And it also kind of supports the TV network and stuff like that. Afterwards, it's just that cable gets very expensive, and there was no other way to switch to other networks where it's cheaper. And you just be going like back and forth from different cable companies and paying one bill after another, and you're paying about a good $200+ every month just to have multiple cable boxes that you don't really even need.
Yeah.
Streaming services, you have more varieties now. TV shows are now on streaming services where you can watch the next following day. You have more better options, and it's so much easier back then.
And plus, I want to add to what Sam was saying real quick is that when back then, when if you miss one episode, you would get a big you have to wait and everything, or sometimes they don't even do reruns, so you miss the episode until it comes back. Back then, I used to be that person where Smallville was the worst one, where I would literally have to be home because like I was watching Smallville, and back there was no DVR because DVR came after Smallville ended. So literally I had to be home at 8 p.m. before Smallville started. There were some times where I got home at 8:02 or 8:05 and I would scream at my mom like, "Mom, you made me 2 minutes of fucking episode Smallville. Mom,
You know
I'm
what?
out. I'm
know what?
concentrating on my show." And if my mom came into my room while watching Smallville, like, "Mom, not now." She's like,
You know
Good
what I
ass.
realized about this?
I was very aggressive when I was watching Smallville. That's the one thing I could always remember. Every time I came late or missed like a minute of Smallville, I will always call my mom. I felt bad.
You know
Not
what I
thinking back.
realized about television that shows in that specific time? We always follow curfew just because we don't want to miss our shows.
That too. Yeah, because mama's like, "Alright, man, you wanna stay up like after the show as you could go to sleep?" Like, "Alright, cool, but don't bother me." Alright, from 8 to 9, you can't come into the room, you can't bother me. 8 to 9, I'm watching this. So I will come in and see everybody safe. I'll be like, "Yes, let's go." I get at the right time because the intros have started. So like those things I remember. So definitely me saying that streaming service because I could pause like when someone wants to come in my room, pause like, "Hey, how may I help you? You're gone? Okay, leave my room now. Go back to playing."
Exactly.
But Ray, what's your answer?
So I mean, yes and no. And I think people are just saying it's like cable because, like, let's be real. The people who are complaining that it's like cable now only remember what it was like paying for cable from their parents. So you don't actually know if it's actually like cable. You're only saying that because you're paying for what you think your parents were talking about. Well, we're paying for all these channels. Yeah, well, no, they were paying one flat rate for all the channels. And then for the special channels, they were paying extra, which you can technically do now. But think about how much more you get without commercials now. Think about that.
Exactly.
So it's yes and no. Like I feel like, yeah, it's a similar model, which they're like, haha, we got them, but you're getting more content, I think, for less money. So yeah, that's all I got. I'm not gonna really go too far into it.
The big thing, no contract. I can cancel any of these
Anytime.
whenever I want. With cable, you're locked in for like 1 or 2 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like depending on who you're with, like like it's a no-brainer. Like I will pay that money so I can have the option.
Yeah, because like for example, like we have files and we had to be in contract for them for me to have the fast 1 terabyte internet and everything. So I could upload videos fast. I don't have to have no hiccup of internet issues since with streaming and everything. And then, but for me to have the 1 terabyte and have a good deal, I need a cable. Have at least one box for 2 years. So like, but nobody's really watching it. The only boxes that we use is in the kitchen, and when my mom wants to use it. Now she barely touches it. She's been watching Netflix on the kitchen with her little, I think a thing with a fire stick, and Mama has been watching Outlander. I'm like, Mama's been watching Outlander for the past couple of days now. I'm like, how's my mom watching more British shows than me? And I've only watched one in my life, and Mama has already watched Outlander, Sherlock. What's the other one that's
Just-
Outlander? That's very similar. That's almost the same name.
Vikings.
No, not Viking. I think it's like Out something as well.
I don't know.
I can't
mean,
remember.
Outsider is on
Outsider.
That's
So
on
yeah,
HBO.
so she's watching Outsider as well because she asked for my HBO account, which technically is Sam's account. So
That's fine. Go ahead. No, it's fine.
so she's watching that. I'm like, why is my mom into so much British shows recently? But it's like I have a
I mean,
cable
they're
box,
entertaining.
but I have a cable box that's they're not even being used.
And
So-
and you meant 1 gigabyte of internet, because if you're running a terabyte, I mean that's some crazy shit.
Damn.
Right?
No,
Yeah,
Yeah, I take advantage of that. You know,
Yeah,
whenever I'm over,
no,
I'm taking advantage of that.
James, I have 1 terabyte internet. I have that fast. Yes.
1 terabyte, no shit. How is
Yeah.
that? How?
It's
that's what's messing up the
fast.
RAM in his computer. Got it.
Yeah, I know.
How?
They asked what type of internet I want. So like, can I have the fastest one? They said, sir, so you want 1 terabyte? Yeah. Can I have the 1 terabyte one? And Sam asked like, yo, why do you need that fast? Like,
Hey, you don't.
so I'm like, so I don't have no hiccups of streaming or nothing. So I know my internet is always good. And Sam, he always comes and takes the Wi-Fi. Like he also like, hey, I'm just doing the Wi-Fi. Like,
You have 1 terabyte of data. Come on. Why would I not use your internet? Come on.
James,
Are you using fiber? Is it fiber or?
It's
like-
fiber. It's fiber
Okay.
optics. Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, why would I not use it? Why?
it's a good fast internet, and it's way better than Spectrum because I hated Spectrum. So I enjoy my files fast internet. So they get customer service too. So this is also a files ad, by the way, guys.
Yeah, I mean, well, naturally.
You're not available in my area, so I don't care.
Oh yeah, I feel bad for Ray the most. Your internet is just be,
Well,
but
I have Midwestern internet. That's exactly it. Yeah.
yeah, because you're smack in the middle of West, right?
I'm smack in the middle of the United States of America.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. That's what I meant.
Yo,
They need more towers. They need
spicy
more
lady in the
towers.
chat. What up? What up?
What up, sis?
Hey, sis.
Hey girl, how you doing? Me and her review Umbrella Academy 2. So for those that have not watched it or have watched Umbrella Academy 2, please check out our review. It was very good. It was fun. It was fun. Very fun to discuss with her. We also
When did Sharp get here? What's up, BB?
he just got there a long time ago actually. I
Yeah,
just see his name.
he was there for a while,
I
actually.
had to pee.
He peed on his second break.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I want to bring in a little bit more unfortunate news. Brian
Unfortunate.
Konitsu and Michael Demarito, I'm so sorry if I destroyed the name. They leave Netflix Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, so it's dead. Don't nobody give a damn. They left. The project is over.
Yeah, the news was announced last week, and it's very interesting on what the news outlet and news articles have been saying that they left because they have a vision of what the show should be and what it is, but Netflix saying that supposedly what news outlets and articles saying that Netflix wants to age up the characters and have more of a love interest and more sex. Is what
Oh,
they
so
said.
they give Sokka a gun. That's why they left.
No, what I hope is not if they still continue with the show and everything. I hope a lot of people been saying this in the comments thread, which is funny as hell, saying that when Katara falls in love real quick with Jet, that Aang will catch Jet and Katara making out or almost about to bang. So it's, stuff like that. I'm like, no, I don't want to no.
That's gonna scar a lot of people. Like it's gonna scar some fans.
Like I get it, like they're teenagers and everything, but to age them up to be actual older teenagers is like no. James, you just gonna say something? I saw your sad disappointment face.
Yeah, it's sad that they're leaving, and it's sad to hear that news that that's what Netflix wants. But to make a counter argument, right? They're really good at TV, at a TV cartoon. Live action is way different. Like what works for TV in a cartoon will not translate properly to a live action TV series. And if Netflix wants to age up the kids, that's their right because they have the licensing rights to the show to do that. That is their right to do so. But it sucks either way for me. You know,
For-
I would love to see Dave Filoni like do more movie stuff, but he hasn't done any. Like all he does is like cartoon stuff for Star Wars. That doesn't mean that he would be a good director for live action Star Wars stuff.
But didn't he do 2 episodes in the Mandalorian?
And those were the weakest episodes of the entire series.
Really?
Of the entire first season. Yeah. That first prison episode that Filoni made, that's the worst episode of the whole first season.
I haven't finished the show. That's why I can't really comment. But I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah, that is the worst episode. It's like he's great on TV, but he's still learning. Live action is way
Oh
different.
yeah, it's a different field.
Yeah, so maybe they just weren't a good fit for a live action show.
Could
And
be.
I mean, I don't blame them for not wanting to be a part of whatever Netflix is creating, because I do not want to see a YA Avatar: The Last Airbender show. I do not want to see that.
But to have a counter argument to you is like, for example, to Netflix of what they do good. They do good shows with cartoons slash anime, like for example BoJack and everything. I've seen clips, some shows like that. But to have a counter, I have a Big Mouth. I've seen clips of that show, and I feel like the comedy of that show and everything don't hit, and I feel like it's very forceful with the sex jokes and everything, and it's kids, or I think it's kids in middle school, or I think kids in high school, and to me that show don't hit
Junior
out.
high.
I think it's
Yeah.
junior high, right?
Actually,
Yeah.
Big Mouth is pretty funny. I like it.
Really? I don't find it funny out. Like I try to force myself to finish the first season. I just couldn't do it.
I've watched it. I don't
I
know.
ain't
like,
never seen it.
it's a little weird to me. Like it's just I don't know. I don't have that big haha. This is hilarious kind of show. Like I like BoJack Horseman kind of comedy. It could get very dark and it could get pretty real and
Listen,
everything like that. But
I've seen adult cartoons. It's called hentai. We don't need that.
I have seen adult cartoons, and it's called Archer, and that's great. I love Archer. Those are sex jokes that are amazing, and it works. But also, it works better because those characters are adults, and that to me is where it fits and everything. Like I think those fits great. Like I've enjoyed Archer. Haven't I seen the last 2 seasons when he was in his own mind and everything, but before that, I think the first seasons 1 through 4, season 1 through 5 are amazing.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair with Archer, but the thing with Big Mouth is you have to remember what that show is about. I mean, it's going through puberty, so it's those creatures that they create are the manifestation of your horny thoughts when you were in middle school. Like all you thought about in middle school was sex and other different stuff and experimenting and stuff like that, and like they have their own manifestation of what that is, and I like it. It's not like
No.
the best thing I've ever seen or anything, but I
I'm
think
not
it's
saying I'm not saying that you're not wrong or right, but I'm saying like I agree with what you're saying. The 100% perspective. I was in that field. I was that person in junior high about the sexuality and everything. I was like, cool. I want to know about puberty and sex and everything. But the execution of the show and the jokes just don't hit me or don't resonate with me. I've tried. I just can't get with it.
for sure.
I mean, like there are just adult shows that's not for everybody. Like not
There are also
everybody
adult
likes.
shows that just aren't good, but you know,
I mean, there are
that's subjective.
there are
Yeah.
people who are not too big of a fans of. They're not big fans of Rick and Morty, and
They need to actually really watch that and put time on that.
I've tried to watch Rick and Morty so many times. I can't get into it.
I really need to try.
Even though the creator of that show created Community.
Community. Yeah,
I've seen it 6 times, and I think it's one of the funniest shows ever. But I don't know. I can't get into it.
I've
And
tried
that's
that as well.
okay.
First 2 seasons, I kind of laughed once or twice, you know, but
I-
other than that, it was like,
I enjoyed what it is. I like it for
I've-
Rick and Morty.
I need
Um,
to fully try to watch it. I just haven't really put the time, but it looks interesting, it looks fun, but I just haven't really put the effort.
We'll finish Community first, and then you'll see how much of a difference from that Community to.
I bet you we will
But then
finish.
again, last season of Community wasn't its best season, but I mean, we'll see how it goes.
I mean, the last 2 seasons were better than season 4. I think season 6 is actually pretty good. I think 6 is actually better than 4 and 5.
Well, I will see, get to find out soon, and Sam is going to be rewatching it with me. And I
Yeah.
will say this: most likely, I will finish Community first before I finish Hunter x Hunter. I will say that, and I know it.
Hey, I mean, I think you'll get more of an interest with Dungeons and Dragons when it comes to Community.
We lost Ray.
But
I'm done with you. Okay. Finish Hunter x Hunter.
We spoke behind the scenes of what my mic could be and then if
Just
that's
watch
the
it.
case,
I don't care if you react to it no more. Just watch it.
but guess what? If things go well, tomorrow I might be streaming tomorrow, Friday, Hunter x Hunter.
Just watch the
Dude,
damn
for
show.
the past 2 weeks
just
now,
watch it.
there has not been any hiccups from your mic.
I know. That's what I'm
And
saying.
you know the difference from it
just
was
watch the
literally
show.
to unplug and plug in.
I don't care. React to something else. Watch the damn show.
I just spoke with this with Ray and everything before you guys came on. So, I have had good issues with the mic recently. So far it's been 2 weeks since I got the new interface. So far it's been working well. So I will most likely be continuing Hunter x Hunter tomorrow. Friday, haven't officially announced it. That's why I haven't confirmed it, guys. I gotta finish
the damn.
Let me finish my client video that's 43 minutes long, and then I'll get to that.
As soon as you're done with that, I need you to sit down, grab yourself some butter nutters, and watch the damn show. All right?
Happy.
Okay. Thank you.
I'll do my best. But one thing that we won't be reading is sadly our fan favorite
Oh,
Bone Collection got axed from Shonen Jump, and his last issue will be on issue 38 of Shonen Jump this coming Sunday. Sadly, ending with chapter 15, if I remember correctly. Sadly, from Bone Collection got axed, and it's very sad. We I don't know if you guys here in the fans in the audience know, but we do read other series other than what we cover on the channel, and we discuss it on on the timeline. If you haven't yet followed me and Sam on Analyst, James and Ray don't want to be like us and having Analysts. They just rather remember what they read and don't read. So that's how they rather live.
exactly right. Yep.
And sadly to say, Bone Collection got axed from Shonen Jump, and it's sad.
I mean, from where it was pacing, I think like maybe the last 2 or 3 chapters, the pacing got a little bit too quick. And like it's where it was kind of come. It was like, we have that feeling. Like you knew.
He probably got informed. I think the author got informed by chapter 11. He said, "Hey, we might cut you off. The story's not picking up pace in the rankings, in the sales, or anything like that." He probably got told around chapter 11 or chapter 10 because it's right now ending chapter 15. So that means like they told him probably in July. And it's sad to say that in this month of 2020, too many series got axed. Like too many series have been getting axed this year. And
But then really again, like a lot of series was also brought up in 2020 as well. You're gonna have to expect, if you're gonna bring up new series, you're gonna expect many of these series getting axed. Like you kind of have to have a balance of both of them, because there's not much room for all series to be on Shonen Jump exclusively. That's why there's like Young Jump, Shonen Jump Plus, and other like Shonen magazines.
The only reason why I see this one did make it is because again, it didn't pick up in Japan, and also it
was too edgy.
It wasn't very, not even that. It just didn't have
the flair, that
any one it factor. You know what I'm saying? It didn't have anything that made it stand out. I will say that the main character's design was pretty bland. Like, I'll be honest, like and beyond that, like everything else was fine. But yeah, it just didn't have anything that made it stick out and say, "Hey, absolutely check this out." Other than the etchy factor, that's it.
Oh yeah,
and that's unfortunate. But like, you know, I enjoyed it, but I could see how the masses wouldn't be like, "Yeah, let me check this out." Bone Collection, you know. So
yeah, but it's sad to say, in this whole year, Zipman, Guardian of the Witch, Samurai 8. Emperor's Bone Collection, and who knows what else will be cut up. But four series that I check on everything, I've already got.
All I'm saying is that if anything happens to Kaiju number 8, I'm writing a very strongly worded letter.
I think they're okay.
No,
mainly because they picked Thursdays to release new chapters. The story is very interesting, and the action is actually like really good. Like it actually knows when to give people suspense. Like it has great cliffhangers where people wanting more, and that's how you attract more readers to come into this.
I'm really sad. I am really, really sad because I thought Bone Collection for me was firing on all cylinders. Like there's properties like Wise Man's Grandchild that's up to 51 chapters right now. That's still going. It has an anime, but this gets axed. Are you fucking kidding me? Like I thought it was good. I like the MC. I will agree. He himself and his character design is a little bit bland.
Mm-hmm.
I will give you that. But I like this pairing ability where he doesn't have any
Mm-hmm.
power on his own, but he is able to take the power of this SSS class yokai, take all of her power and make it his own to create all of these incredible weapons to exercise yokai. I thought it was fucking cool. I thought that was cool. I thought it had the makings to be something. And to hear it's going to be axed after 15 chapters, but Wise Man's Grandchild has 51 chapters right now. And
Well, I think they're monthly and they have like 50 pages plus per chapter.
I'm really sad. This really sucks. I texted you guys at
Mm-hmm.
2:30 in the morning.
Yep, in the morning.
That's true. When I woke up, I'm like, that's shocking. James texted the group chat this late. Like, oh, I see why. Oh, well,
Yeah, I was
understandable.
like, well, shit.
So, for Bone Collection, like the story concept had potential. That's a fact. But then like there's also a lot of the comical stuff that's not just ecchi, where they know how to play their comical, funny cartoons of ways to draw it and everything. And it's okay, good few laps, but like Ray and James said, there was nothing to stand out from. There wasn't like maybe if they had a more experienced partner or protege or mentor, that's where another yokai and a human that's able to like literally reach the 100% bond and everything and have its full power potential, where you can actually see that what can our main character can reach in the future on later in the chapters. Maybe it could have lasted a good couple more, but we'll never know now
But that's
because
the thing. I thought it was good enough that we saw what they could be, and then those would be the pairing that we would see get to 100%.
But
Here's what it could be. Here's the potential, and then this is what we know they'll surpass and become more.
but
That's
James,
that's what I was hoping for.
we saw that in Samurai 8 as well, 10 or 12 chapters before it got axed, and we never got the chance to fully see it. So that also happens very similar in a series that was made by Kishimoto that literally had almost a full year series. And the same thing's going to happen with Kubo, only 4 chapters that was going to be. It having just a weekly, monthly, or anything like that. But 4 chapters. He
I
probably.
think it is weekly. Like
well,
from what I've seen, like the second
well,
chapter.
who knows? But the thing is that
long
he
series.
knows how the whole editorial is. He knows how Shueisha is. So he knows, hey, I'm gonna just do 4 chapters, call it a day, and I'm gonna just finish my Bleach story in the anime, and that's it.
Like yeah, that's a good thing. Like if you want to like people if any authors they want to come back into it, they know it's better to just keep it short, simple, easy, boom. And then they at least know that their popularity can give them the sales, the magazine sales and records and stuff like that. It also helps the other series as well.
And plus,
They
that's
help
that's what sucks when it comes to a series getting axed. You can't really support the series that get axed because Viz won't feel like, what's the point to translate Bone Collection and have a volume and have it in the West? When like me, I love to at least have 1 volume Bone Collection because that's what it's probably 1 volume is going to be, or 2 volumes. So I can at least have it in my show and support it. Like, hey, I enjoy the series. I can at least buy that $10 or $20 2-volume series. Like that
yeah.
sucks.
Well, but I guess it's just gonna be one and done because whatever remaining of the chapters, it doesn't always fully complete for another volume, and that's how it usually is in ending.
Because for me to say, speaking about volumes, I'm gonna just do a little quick show here. I have the Spy Family volumes.
Good for you.
I have my Spy Families, and I'm gonna just show this. Not gonna speak about it too much, but what happened. But I got also the one and only series that will never be shown again in Viz because they took it out of the whole backlog. And I got my whole
Rightly so.
yeah, makes sense. And I got the whole Doctor Stone volumes too. I got
All
1
of them?
through 12.
Wow.
Well, 13 to 14 hasn't come out yet. So I got
Hey, how many of those have you read?
not yet because I haven't. This is the first time I'm taking out my box, so that's why I'm technically doing it live here, unboxing right now. This right now here is volume 9, looking very good here. And look at this, my boy Gin and everything with his
That's
father.
very nice. I think if
That's
I
my
remember
waifu.
correctly, his father manga is also getting a volume book too.
Oh yeah, that's
next year
getting.
or
I
something
think
like that.
I think it's coming in December.
Coming like that. I know it's coming out too.
Yeah, you just reminded me. I wanted to show this while we were live, but got my grade
Oh, nice.
in the mail.
Oh, mine should be here soon.
I think I ordered mine or I texted him that I want to order mine. So not too sure. I did double check and see in the
I
end.
need to order mine.
Then I
Oh,
started buying these bad boys.
Ooh.
Hardcovers.
Ooh, that's a thick book.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to buy I'm trying to buy from Rice Stuff as a bulk, but some of them are right now out of stock. So I'm like, because when you buy it in Amazon, is good price, but when you buy in a bulk from Rice Stuff, it's much cheaper. So some of
worth
them,
it, you mean?
but so some of them are out of stock. And to show this as well on screen, I got my limited edition season 3 of Haiku. We'll probably never open it, but just to have the limited edition, it has the art styles there as well. Really dope to have. This is season 2, which season 2 is great. I cannot wait for James to get to it. Sam will probably get to it like in 2 years.
As soon as I'm caught up on Food Wars, I'll get back into Haikyuu.
I mean, I just recently bought the Premiere Collector's Edition. So
Yeah.
that's.
I was gonna get the Steelbook, but I haven't gotten it yet.
I mean, like I feel it's worth it. The Collector's Edition. I like Premiere where I want to purchase stuff into it. And for Weathering with You, that comes in November. The Collector's Edition. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna pre-order and get that one as well.
Oh, I just need to remember. I need to buy the Ride Your Wave Blu-ray. Yeah, because which I do recommend for you guys too that have not seen the movie Ride Your Wave. It is a Blu-ray from G Kids. It's a movie that was licensed by them to have in the West. I suggest to anybody that wants to watch it, less than $20. Highly suggested. Beautiful OST, beautiful movie. I forgot the director, but they made a short as well before that. Really beautiful.
From the people who created Devilman Crybaby
Yes.
and what's
Never watched that.
Zokin as well.
Yes.
The anime Zokin.
Is the same creator for Izoken.
But yeah, definitely recommendation for Ride Your Wave. Also, another series got canceled from Viz as well. It's Mitami Security, the Spirit Busters, and that was like a bi-weekly series, and that was actually a first for me because I didn't expect bi-weekly series can also get canceled as well. I thought they would have more time, and they have that kind of their own popularity where they can actually stick around and stay. Which like. From what I've said before on adding new series, because they recently added Ghost Reaper Girl, and I think all of us read it, and we actually all like it. We're actually very interested.
I do.
I love Ghost Reaper Girl.
And not just because like the creator is the same creator of Rosario plus Vampire, or Vampire plus Rosario. I'm not sure, but
I know what you're saying.
But yeah, it's actually a pretty good story, and it's really unique itself. Where you actually reading it as like a comic book. You're reading it from right to left.
I love the art style. I still need to
Art
watch the
style is good
show.
too.
I still need to watch the show, but I love Ghost Reaper Girl. New chapter comes out next Monday. Yeah, so right after Shonen Jump Sunday comes on Monday, so that's a new chapter. Chapter 4. So if those that have not watched it, I agree with what Sam is saying. So please listen to him. He is the Sam, the manga man. So you should definitely listen to his advice. Go read Ghost Reaper Girl. It's very good, entertaining, and it's very really sleek art style.
Yeah, if Ghost Reaper Girl or Kaiju Number 8 gets canceled, I am barging into someone's office and kicking them in the chest. Honestly.
Well, you first need to try to Japan because that's going to
He
happen.
said someone's office, not.
It's really
not
cheap right now.
Shueisha.
Trust me. So yeah.
It's cheap. I thought about it. I was like, yo, babe.
But no,
let's go
I
to
just
Japan.
like I want those survivors. So if you're listening and can hear the sound of my voice, and you watch at some point in time in the future, read Kaiju Number 8. Just read it.
It's gonna get
Read
big.
it.
I
And
promise
plus,
you, it's
it
gonna
comes
get
out on
big.
Thursday, so if you sometimes get overwhelmed when a lot of chapters come on Sundays, guess what? It comes on Thursday, where there's only one chapter series comes out on a weekly Thursday. So you're good. Less stress. You just have to read one chapter. And right now, I think it's 5 chapters out right now.
6 going on 7. I thought
7. Right now it's 7,
So-
going on
7.
8.
Okay. there
So
you
you're
go.
going on 8 tomorrow.
Tomorrow's
so
8. Tomorrow's 8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tomorrow's 8. Yeah, and 8 shaping up to be kind of wild. So I mean, it's just good.
Yo, quick
It's got
question.
a great premise. I love it.
Quick question, just asking around on air. Should we cover it? Since right now, like,
I would like to cover it. I would
should we
like to cover it.
I mean, aren't we talking about it on Shonen Ronin?
Yeah.
We haven't yet discussed what we're gonna do that. So are we gonna do that off air? Talk about Shonen Ronin.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So
I mean, because I just to say what Kaiju number 8 is easily one of the most interesting mangas and premises we've gotten recently. I would put it up there with stuff like Chainsaw Man and Jujutsu Kaisen, and
Undead
I
Unlock.
really would. And Undead, well, I put this above that. It's good. It is very good, and it is unique. It's not like everything else in Shonen Jump right now. You absolutely should give it a chance.
Yeah,
Like, absolutely.
So I'm going to say something crazy. So regardless of where Black Clover is right now, regardless of that, if you gave me 7 chapters of Black Clover, 7 chapters of Kaiju number 8,
It's
I
Kaiju.
would Kaiju number 8.
I 1000% agree with you on that. Straight up, like no cap at all.
Without even reading the series yet, it's just seeing what you guys spoken about the story and being spoiled about what other people have shown me in art and everything. Because I love my friends on Discord that love to talk about series and just tell me, wait, let me hop off real quick and then to discuss it. I will say as well, Kaiju number 8 over Black Clover. I enjoy Black Clover. I'm a fan for it. I have a hat right there behind me and everything. But from what I've seen, the art style and everything, and the characters and freaking Kaiju monsters, what would you not love about it? As much as I love Black Clover, it's kind of magic. We see magic anime manga stories all the time, so nothing too crazy new.
I mean, it's not even that. It's just that Kaiju number 8 is just more interesting. There's more intrigue into the story and into the world and into what is going to happen next with these characters, you know?
So what I'm thinking is when it came to the marketing, like everybody loves kaiju. Everybody likes giant monsters like Godzilla fighting, or monsters fighting monsters, or in this case, like Pacific Rim kind of based like animated show or a series, and that works more better than a movie series where it's all compressed. When it's split up into a series, then you catch a lot of people's interest into watching, especially when it comes to Kaiju number 8. You got the monsters, you got the superheroes, and they're not in like they're, I guess you could say not robotic powers, but something similar. But it's still just as strong. It's just as entertaining, and it's smart. You can play this story very smart, and that's what it's doing right now. I'm really liking its story. Its consistency, power level seems actually like pretty balanced. It's actually pretty well scaled and from most other series I've ever read before, and it makes sense. Like
I love that because the suits are the same. What you bring to it, your latent abilities on the inside, is what brings out the full potential of the suit. So it's not like the suit you can just have like this special suit made for you that does a bunch of crazy shit. Like you have to bring your own like aptitude and your own potential to make the suit work for you. So I really like that.
I would also say about the age limit too, because usually we always see like a young kid or like a teenager or whatever that's like fighting, getting superpowers and all that other stuff. But now it's more of adult, literally age adult main character that's literally like making it out there, and it gives us a good message where it doesn't matter how old you are or how young you are, you can still reach for your dreams. You can still.
It's not that old, okay? It's not that old.
There's a comment about chapter 7. Saying chapter 7 was great, and we will see what happens because he revealed himself. I haven't read the chapter yet, so that's more on you guys.
I mean, it's fine. This is actually life and death situation where like you can't keep hiding forever. Like when you need to save the day, go save the day. It's much worse if the person died, if people died.
Mm-hmm.
So go save the day, which is great. That's what we want in like superhero stuff. It's like you can't just stand there, sit there, and watch people die. You have to go and do something, and that's what he's doing, and that's what we want.
I have a lot of I don't want to say theories, but hypotheses about what's about to happen next because it's good. Like I love even the little bit of backstory that we just got about her character. I was like, yo, okay, that's why. Like it just made sense. It was told so well that you absolutely just understood why she's the way she is. Like I get it.
So I kind of want to hope for the Attack on Titan moment where like remember when they figured out that Eren was a Titan and they literally had to decide what to do with him and all of that stuff like that. I want that here in Kaiju number 8. Just literally give him the whole treatment.
I think we're about to get that real quick.
Yeah, I want that treatment because that means that you bring in more characters. You're gonna have to have that one super genius like battle tactic character or like like someone that's like Levi, and a whole captain, a commander.
We already have her.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's,
was
that's true. You're right.
We
You're
already
right.
have
Right,
her.
right, right.
Yeah.
You're right, dude.
And plus, how many chapters? Sorry. How many pages is it per chapter? Like, is it like the usual?
Not enough.
20, like
Not enough.
19, 20.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the usual 18, 20 chapters.
That's
Okay,
just me
so-
being selfish. I mean, there's plenty, but like that, to me, it's not. I love this story. So
here's my thing. When do we meet the bad guy that can also transform like our friend?
I know. I can't wait. I can't freaking wait, man.
When do we meet that person?
Because if they chose him, that means they chose somebody else.
Yep.
All right, after the show, I'm gonna read those first 7 chapters. I'm gonna read.
You
those
need
first-
to.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't read the. Wait, I thought you read like the first chapter.
I read it like I read the first chapter when it came out in the beginning of July, but it's been weeks, so I
Okay.
I need to refresh my memory. Like I just read the first chapter, but I don't
Well,
remember like I don't have a full grasp of what happened. Cause quarantine feels like it's been 2 years, but even though it's been only 6 months, so that's why I'm like it's been technically less than 8 weeks of reading the chapters, but still I need to refresh my memory to reread the first chapter and then read the new ones.
But I'll also say like a good way to make the story like great, even better, is having a very smart villain, an antagonist, to like go with for the main character. Because like the main character doesn't need to be smart. He can be strong, but he doesn't need to be smart. But as long as he's growing, his growth of how he can like be better as like time goes on, arc goes on, then we can have a better matchup between him and the antagonist. And
So
that's
to-
what I want.
To your point, Sam, like we know that he's not going to be the intellectual character,
No.
but all of his insight into kaijus and how they operate internally is what will make him like the best of the defense force.
Yeah, if I were to say, like, you know how Deku knows his superheroes and stuff like that, and he always writes his books. It's like him with that kind of personality into this guy and the main character, and I like that. That's cool.
I really like the secondary character.
Yes, I was just about to bring him up. He's excellent. That I like that character a lot, and I think that's what kind of helps make that story endearing. Like I love their dynamic, their friendship, their relationship is fantastic. I really like. I was like, yep, this is what I needed from this, because I had just been our main guy. I don't know, but with the two of them together, I like it a lot.
Yeah.
By the way, are any of you guys fans of Ultraman?
Actually, funny story. When back in the day with the like Foxbox and every cartoon, I remember watching Ultraman Tiga.
I used to be an Ultraman fan.
Oh, because
Used to be.
if you look in the group chat, I just sent it there. There's a Ultraman live action movie just commenting on YouTube.
I mean,
just saw this right now.
Ultraman was always live action in like Japan and like in the show.
Yeah,
Like,
but-
even like
yeah,
even
but-
Tiga was also live action as well. Like, it's
And
just,
I know, but I just the trailer just dropped is like about 20 seconds and everything, and I'm like I just like kaiju's and everything, like, and I'm like, oh, funny enough, of us talking about kaiju's and everything, I'm like, and I'm seeing these Ultraman characters, which it reminds me a lot of Power Rangers right now from seeing this trailer. I was like,
well, yeah, that's how it comes up in Japan. They're the one. They created the whole like people wearing spandex suits fighting monsters in like and just very giant costume. That's Japan made that, and Bandai, the creator of Bandai and Studio, brought what's in Japan into the US, and that got very popular. That's why Power Rangers is so extremely popular, and how it's designed to grow every year with new seasons every day. It's all from Japan.
Yeah. I mean, they literally just took footage and then they just added in the American characters. Every time they're in the suits, anytime they're in the Zords, it's all Japanese people. The only time it's the Americans is when you actually see their full bodies
Yep.
for those close-up shots where they take off the helmets. Other than that, it's all from a series called I think it was called Super Sentai.
Super
Yeah,
Sentai Rangers.
Sentai.
Yep.
correct. I still enjoy Power Rangers. When I was a kid, I watched every single one. Mighty Morphers, Space Force, and everything. SPD,
Turbo, Mystic Force, Wild
Turbo.
Force.
My two favorites is definitely Mystic Force and Jungle Fury, I think, and plus Ninja Force. Like those were my favorite out of the three. Like, cause
In Space and Lost Galaxy are my favorites.
Lost
Galaxy was
Galaxy
good.
is
Lost Galaxy.
Lost Galaxy is pretty lit.
Lost Galaxy is good. Tommy is still one of the best Rangers. Like I love how until this
Time
day,
Force, Time Force is my shit though.
Time Force?
I still kind of argue that Time Force is one of the best ones. Period.
For sure.
Like straight up. I mean spoilers from a show that's like I don't know 15 years old. They killed the Red Ranger in the first episode, murdered him, and I was like, "Yo, what?"
But then,
so,
but then if I correct, Tommy became the Red Ranger after, right?
No, that's Turbo.
yeah, that's Turbo.
That's
Yeah,
Turbo.
it's Turbo.
Turbo. I mean, but he's not the Red Ranger long in Turbo.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. He was
I like
short.
one of my favorites was Dino Thunder.
Oh,
Dino
that
Thunder
was
was
good, and that's a good theme song too. Like that's a good theme song. Like, but I like Mystic Force a lot the most. Like the most hard because that's the one I actually grew up week to week and actually saw it.
You grew up with Mystic Force, Jesus.
No, not grew up. It's more. I watch it. I watch it
Mighty
on Jetix.
Morphing over here.
Like
Mighty
so,
Morphin.
no. I watch Mighty Morphin and everything, but I watch Mighty Morphin more.
I grew up with it, buddy.
I remember watching Morning Morphin week to week.
The thing is that I watch Mighty Morphin and everything, but the thing is. Mystic Force, I watched it with Jetix and everything, and actually was enjoying it and just kicking back and everything. But it was enjoyable because I like the story. I don't know if it's characters, but the whole that you're like a magician and everything. You had the own powers, and like you had like your own father being part of the whole fight and everything. Like I don't know, I found it really cool back then.
It was interesting. Like I will say that while cheesy, some of them are good. Like in aspect of what they are. Some of them are good, but some of them are just way too cheesy.
Oh, so
But-
talking about the dog.
Look, ain't nobody
SPD.
overlook Lightspeed Rescue. Lightspeed Rescue is my jam. Okay, I just didn't get there because SPD, Lightspeed Rescue, those the OGs with the cars. Minus Turbo, but still loved it.
But I love that dog was the most greatest captain, but also he could get mad at you and then just wolf. I felt it was laughing.
I mean, SPD
I
also
love the
gave me
actor.
Cat, so I can't be.
Oh
mad.
yeah, cat, yo.
The
She was
Orange
adorable.
Ranger, like
The Orange Ranger, which she was only used like 4 times throughout the whole show.
Unfortunately,
was it 4 times? That was just once.
it wasn't a
just
lot.
one
It
and
was
done.
more than once.
It was
but
more than
wasn't a
once,
lot.
like maximum 5, and a minimum let's say 2 or 3. But she was used
Maybe.
very too little.
Maybe.
But then like the dog literally went and transformed into like a ninja ranger or something.
No, a
like
Black
that.
Ranger. A Black Ranger.
I mean, it was
Because-
more like it was kind of like a blue and black ranger, but yeah.
Yeah, Blue Black Ranger because he was scorned by his past because he got his family killed because of the big bad emperor guy that wants to destroy the galaxy.
And I remember there was also a season where there was like 2 Red Rangers. One was Quantum and like one
Yes.
was
Oh.
like
Yes.
the regular Ranger.
They did that
Ah,
because they couldn't make up their mind. The people liked the other ranger way too much, and they were like, "Well, let's make him the Quantum Ranger." And I'm pretty sure that was Time Force. Time Force was Quantum Ranger. So
Yeah.
The one scene that I will always hit to heart is rewatching in Dino Thunder when Tommy comes back as a Black Ranger. He's like, I've
Again.
always been here. I've always been back. And I'm like, yes! Like, yo, and the way he smiles, he's like, it's been too long. I'm like, yo, like to this day, Tommy even still talks about being a ranger, of him doing the
'cause
green thing, or
he became one of the
white-
most iconic rangers. I mean, they gave him the screen time, and so like, it makes him a ton of money. So I'd also be like, "Yep, I love this."
Can you really think of a more iconic ranger than the Green Ranger in the original series? Like, I
I
don't.
mean,
think-
in the original series, the only other ranger that even like held a candle to him, technically,
It's
was,
the red.
I would know.
No,
I
the
mean,
red and the blue. I think it was
I
the
would
red
say
and
the
blue?
girls. I'd say the girls. Like you remember more.
Oh
than,
yeah,
I mean,
That
other
is
than our
true.
boy
I can
Zach.
see that.
I also remember Zach a lot.
yeah,
but
yeah.
still.
Zach about it because Zach was blue, right?
But I'm talking. Zach was black.
It's a Black Ranger.
Yes.
Billy
He-
Billy was the
Billy
Key
was blue.
Ranger.
It's been years, right? I forgot. It's been a while.
It's been years.
I mean, I always like the love the when they bring back the old Rangers into a series just for like 1 or 2 episodes.
that was always cool.
Those are always fun.
The Red Forever episode blew my mind.
Yeah.
It was they put so much post production value in that fireworks scene. Literally
By the way,
every
I remember talking to like the original Red Ranger in Austin, St. John. And he was like, he almost wasn't in that. They had to like beg him to come back, which
Really?
is crazy.
Wow.
Yep.
But-
he's got some bad blood with Saban.
yeah.
I've heard some stuff. I think it was Billy I spoke to, like accidentally.
Why
Or
did I say Bandai? It was
No.
Saban. Yeah, it was Saban.
I
Wait,
forgot
Saban.
which
Still
ranger.
Saban.
I spoke to one of the old Rangers back in Comic Con, my first Comic Con, the year I met Stanley, just accidentally saw him on the road. And I just spoke to him, and he also said something about bad blood with them. But it was interesting to note that like some of the Rangers did not leave in the perfect,
A
you know,
lot
right?
of them.
A lot of them
I
didn't.
think half of the original cast did not leave on good terms.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
I mean, because the actor that played Billy, I mean, he's gay, and he did not have a great time like on set behind the scenes.
Yes, I recall that.
Nope. Yeah, it was crazy. And then talk with Johnny Young Bosch and learn about his stuff. And, like, he came in kind of fresh because he was excited. It already and that was at the time it was an established thing. It's like Power Rangers. It's like that's great.
That's Miguel's favorite character.
And then he learned about what was happening there. But everybody loves Johnny Young Bosch though. So
Oh yeah, he's amazing. He does Bleach and the best character ever, your Vash. So of course.
Yeah, like the thing is that we're not gonna go too into their histories. Like there are like I think there was like one former Power Ranger who's arrested, and many others who've gotten into even worse situations and that sort of thing. But we won't get into that.
But the thing is, with those characters, Power Rangers is amazing. SPD,
But you know that when
everything.
if you're cast, you know you're not gonna be there longer than just like one season, and at most like.
Did anybody watch RPM or something like that? I think it's called, or seen clips of it?
SPD?
No,
RPM was a different one. Yeah,
I don't think I've watched.
it was
RPM.
one of the.
It was a weird one.
Recent ones.
Yeah, because I think it was over like 2012 or something. It was like a weird one. Like I watched.
It was kind of like a riff on SPD.
It was because those characters was very weird and just.
I would say if I had to rank them, that one would probably be at the bottom for me. Like that, it's bad.
I don't even remember it.
It's not very. I didn't think it was very good.
It came out in the late
I liked
years.
Ninja Steel more than I like that one.
I never saw Ninja Steel because that came out late after.
Ninja Steel had a Pink Ranger that was
Yeah, because
it's one of my favorites.
I think I left after like stopped watching like out of curiosity. I think it was Ninja Steel because I think it was Mystic Force and then RPM, then a couple. I think one more. Then after that, I stopped watching. 'Cause I think Ninja Steel was the last one, and then they just started to do all new characters. I think that's the last one I stopped to watch. Hold up, let me see what's the list. Power Rangers.
Yeah, I was just looking up a list myself because I can't remember what was the last series that I saw. Whatever was after Mystic Force might have been the last one that I saw.
That might have been no, because Megaforce was a Nickelodeon one, and I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all.
So
the only ones I watched were the returning episodes, like where they brought a bunch of Rangers back, even if they weren't like shown. I watched those because those were cool.
So Mighty Morphers I saw Zeo, I saw Turbo, I saw Space, Lost Galaxy I saw, Lightspeed Rescue I did not see much of, Time Force I saw, Wire Force I love, Ninja Storm.
Zeo was fucking sick.
Yeah, Zeo's sick.
Ninja Storm was great. Dino Thunder
I love Ninja Storm. Dino Thunder I watched SPD. I watched Mystic Force. Operation Overdrive.
That one's good.
It
was enjoyable.
Overdrive. I skipped that.
Jungle Fury was nice.
Jungle Fury was great. RPM was whack. Samurai was.
So that's where I stopped. So RPM was the last one I saw, and then after
Megaforce, Dino. God, I've seen all of these. That's ridiculous.
Really, you have?
Yes.
I stopped watching. After...
Netflix got a deal, and I watched all of them.
Yeah.
So,
so would you recommend it for me to actually just kick back, like if I'm bored, just to watch any of these? No.
There's so much more anime you could watch.
Okay.
Instead.
So the last one I actually saw was Ninja Steel, but I've never seen Dino Charge. I've never seen
Megaforce is. I would, if you were gonna pick one to watch Dino Charge.
Okay.
Yeah.
So out of those is Dino Charge, and that's on
Netflix. Out of the newest ones, yes, watch Dino Charge.
Yeah,
Dino Charge is pretty good.
Yeah, because Samurai, Megaforce, Dino Charge, and Ninja Steel, not seen any of those.
So I mean, after SPD, I'm not gonna lie, but Mystic Force is cool. It had a cool story, like Jungle Force and Dino Charge. Those are the ones.
I used to have the one. I don't know if I still have it in my closet, but I used to have the one where I used to make them voice where Mystic Force. I used to have that. Where I used to do the whole sign too, like that was my favorite, like the whole Mystic Force and everything. And but the main guy like just had his whole dope design. Pikachu had a motorcycle and everything.
Mhm,
It was just dope. But RPM and Jungle Fury were the last two I saw. The other ones after I never seen.
That's okay.
And the
That's
current one
alright.
is called Dino Fury.
Yeah, I think
That's
that's
the
what it's
next
called.
one.
I mean, because let's be real, the dinosaur ones always are the most popular. Like they just are. It's the toys. Toys really like make those stupid popular.
But
Yeah,
the
kids like
current,
dinosaurs, kids like Power Rangers. It's actually like a perfect combination
so Dino
from a
Fury, which will
marketing
be
perspective.
so Dino Fury will be next year is when a threatening army of powerful alien being is unleashed on Earth and a brand new team of High Rangers are recruited to deal with them. That's very basic
Yeah,
synopsis.
that's every season of Power Rangers.
I'm about to say like that's almost everything. So, but then Beast Morphers, the one that's currently airing, is set in the future with a secret agency called Grid Battle Force. Combine a newly discovered substance called Morph X with an animal DNA to create the Power Rangers Beast Morphers team. The Rangers must fight off an evil sentient computer virus named Evox, who is
It is
at
actually pretty I'm not kidding. It's
Okay,
actually
Beast-
pretty good.
Okay, Beast Morphers actually look interesting. It
I've
sounds
seen a few
interesting.
episodes of that one. It is interesting. It's interesting enough.
I would have to see
So,
it.
Is that
sounds-
one a cable or is that one like a Netflix?
I don't remember where I watched it.
You probably watch it on an illegal site.
No, actually, no. I'm pretty sure I watched it legally.
I know. I was trying to get back.
Because I have so many options.
On paper, this sounds really cheesy, but I would have
They all are.
facts.
Man, but I don't know. So the one that I want the most is the current comic book run. I want if they're gonna give me any more Power Rangers ever, I want Shattered Grid.
It's weird.
Shattered Grid is legitimately a fantastic Power Ranger story. I mean, Battle for the Grid is also really good, by the way. It's in video game form. If you want a more in tune story for like the time where you are as an adult or like young adult, Battle for the Grid and Shattered Grid are great Power Ranger stories. Actually good.
Didn't Power Rangers had a crossover in the comics with Dark Horse and Batman, or I think Power Rangers and the TMNT? I think
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, in the recent years they had a crossover, right?
Mhm.
Like 2-3 years ago.
I mean, not even
with Power Rangers and the Turtles.
they
Yeah.
they had a Turtles crossover with In Space
In
years ago.
space. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
in
remember in space.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
They met the Ninja Turtles. That's
Yeah.
where they met the female
It
turtle.
was like the live
Sorry,
action
the woman
turtles.
turtle. Yeah. hmm
Like if
Wait,
you remember
what? Wait,
the
hold on,
TMN
what?
remember the
Woman Turtles?
TMNT movie?
There's a woman
Yeah,
turtle.
there's a woman turtle.
I mean, there's a woman turtle now, technically. In
I
Ninja
mean, like
Turtles.
if you remember the old TMNT movie where it's like the live action, they did introduce the woman turtle.
Mhm.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, I'm still stuck on Woman Turtle. In what?
You can look at it on your phone later.
Yes.
Wait,
It's
phone?
Um,
He remembers. He remembers where I have my plot information.
Chem, I haven't read any Power Rangers comic, but I know they're fantastic. Shattered Grid, like
Yeah, that's what we were just
amazing.
talking
Yeah,
about.
Richard
Shattered
mentioned,
Grid,
yeah.
Shattered Grid is legit. I have all
I have
of
a
that just
poster.
sitting back here on
I
my
have
shelf.
the posters
Shattered Grid's so good.
somewhere. It used to be on the wall, but now it's in the back
I
of
love
my
Shattered
bags.
Grid. It's
but
great.
We recommend it. I just hope because Tommy been promoting for years. I think the past year, Tommy has been promoting that he's
Mhm.
been trying to get Scattered Grid off the ground, and he has the helmet and everything at
They
home.
made a live action trailer.
Yeah, trailer
as
I
Falcon.
think a 2 minute, and I think it's done with Dark Horse and I think Variant or somebody else, and it looks so good. But I'm like, I think they need more money for. I think they need more money for backing or something. But
Did y'all know that? Wait, is this a real thing?
what?
You
I'm
know,
gonna have to see that there's a Power Rangers anime.
There is.
I'm
I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to find this somewhere.
that sound likely. I mean, like,
That is likely because it comes.
because there's
Apparently,
still
there's 50 to 55 episodes with producers Toei, Funimation. What the?
Oh yeah. Oh yes. That exists back then. It did, but
I'm gonna have to find this.
there's an old one. If it's the old one, yes, I do know about the
I
old
had
one.
no
exists.
idea there was a Power Rangers anime.
But I don't think it's anywhere legally that I know, unless it's on
Well,
YouTube.
of course not.
Unless
But
it's
if
on
it's on
YouTube.
YouTube, I'm gonna watch it.
But I've seen they have existed before the Power Rangers anime. Yes,
Interesting.
Why did I
Yes,
never
you
think
see,
to look this up?
so Kem is right. Yes, there is, and it's an old one. Yes, I was right. If I'm correct,
Yo, it's real. Yeah.
If I'm correct, the Power Rangers anime, I think it's from the '92 or '95,
It's
or
not that bad.
yeah. If I remember correctly, I could be wrong, but if I remember correctly, that's where it came out. Cause it's I think it's 480p, so like its quality and everything is old.
Okay, that's not. I expected.
Oh yeah,
that.
I was close. It's '92.
Okay.
I did say
Alright.
'92. So yeah, so I was right there.
Yeah, you're right. 92.
Yeah. So it did exist a while ago. Like Power Rangers really was popular back then and had its own anime with toys.
I mean,
So
it
that's why-
still is popular, like in Japan and in the US. Like
What's it
they,
actually
they made
called?
movies. There's still movies created
That's
where
just Power
they
Rangers anime.
combine like different rangers into a
Ray?
movie.
I'm still trying to find it.
Ray's stuck on Power Rangers anime and I'm stuck on TMNT Girl. That's why I'm stuck, because I'm still
Did
stuck
you-
at that like
Did you know that Japan made I think a all female, I think it was almost all female cast Power Ranger movie? Like they
Why
talked
didn't
about
I get that?
that.
They
I
did,
do
uh,
believe, because I did
they-
hear
Why didn't
that.
I get that?
they go to the point in the future where like the girl Power Rangers are mothers, and they're not just
never
and, like,
mind.
they have to go back into they're not just mom, they're also like have to fight evil and stuff like that.
Never
They're-
mind. I'm glad we didn't get that.
Yeah, it's
You're
a little
like-
weird, but
You're like, I want
it's interesting
that.
though.
Mm-mm.
There's a lot that Japan had. They made so many Power Ranger like movies and live action and show. Even
believe
Kamen Rider is very, very popular in Japan.
I mean,
and,
Sentai is still Kamen Rider is I think more popular currently. So
oh yeah. Kamen Rider is the most
Oh.
popular.
Kamen Rider is kind of sick. So
Yeah.
Quick thing. I don't know if you guys saw on Twitter or on the social media. So somebody made a fan art of Tom Holland as Ben 10, as a remake and everything. And my dude had, I think, a Camaro or Jaguar car behind him, but then Tom Holland found the pic on IG and he just said no. He like so it was funny that he even found the fan art and everything, and for him to even say no. But I can't lie, for the fan art to look this good, I'm like, yo, this actually look
he's
nice.
Spider-Man. Why would he want anything to do with Ben 10?
It's literally beneath him.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
It is.
Unless you're making a series, a Ben 10 movie would not work. It
Listen,
won't.
I
I'll be very honest. Ben 10 is like an I Am Number 4 type movie.
Thank you.
No,
But
is
look-
it number 4 or number 9? I don't remember.
I
Yeah.
think it's
Oh, you're right.
four.
I
It's
am
four.
Okay, then yeah, that's what it would be.
It would not work at
I'm
all.
gonna send to you guys in the group chat. This how it looks.
I've seen it before. Like it looked
I know,
good.
but
It
the
looks
James and Ray
good.
haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it.
Check the group chat right now. That's how it looks right there.
Put it on the stream. Put it on the Twitch chat too, so that the fans, people, viewers can see.
I'll put the Google link. I don't know if I could put a picture, but I'll put the Google link.
Yeah, Google link from there.
It would be an absolute waste of his time. There's nothing interesting about the Ben 10 character for Tom Holland to do. I'm sorry.
Which for me, as a guy who's right now watching the first 3 seasons of Ben 10 of the original series, as much as I love Ben 10 and his powers, the whole Omnitrix, which is really OP and everything, Tom Holland, I agree with what James and Ray said and Sam. He would be wasting his time. Spider-Man right now is high as his peak as a character, as a combo character and everything. And for him to kind of downgrade to kind of a small IP that's been out for less than 20 years to Spider-Man compared that's been out for almost 100 years, I would choose Spider-Man over any day to an IP that's less than 20 years.
There's nothing wrong with jumping onto a smaller IP. My issue is there's just Tom Holland is a better actor than just to do Ben 10. I mean, what about Ben 10 would challenge Tom Holland? Literally nothing. Just get an unknown, and then you already have the built-in IP. People will show up to the theater. You don't need Tom Holland to sell a Ben 10 movie.
But the thing is, when I saw the car being hired, I'm like, that will work as a ghostwriter for Johnny Reyes, I
Rider?
think. Yeah, because Ghost Rider.
We need that though. That
Yeah.
I want.
Yeah, because in Shield they had the Ghost Rider with the car. Johnny Reyes, I think is his name, or
Yep.
I can't remember his correct name. But
Jaime?
yes, Hyman something. I forgot his name. But that would look great if Tom Holland did that for the movies or anything like that. I don't mind. But for Ben 10,
Jaime Reyes is Blue Beetle.
yeah, that's
Oh,
Jaime Reyes.
God
So
dang. What's his name?
Remember his name?
Ghost Rider. I'm gonna just say it right now.
I think isn't it Jamie?
No,
Johnny?
no.
John Blaze is the original.
Yeah.
Nicolas
Johnny
Cage
Blaze.
is the original.
Ghost Rider.
I don't remember his name now.
Let's go images. I know it's there if I see him with a car.
Robbie Reyes.
Robbie.
See, I was close with the Reyes. I just couldn't remember his first name, but yeah, Robbie Reyes. Like he has the one with, because there's one with the car, the motorcycle, the horse, and there's another one.
Yeah.
But I definitely would have loved if Tom Holland did the one with him having a car, Ghost Rider. I wouldn't mind that. But Ben 10, he don't really need a car. He has freaking alien creatures that can do the flying or the running.
It's a waste.
It's a waste, yeah.
Absolute waste.
Like I don't know, like how
I
else
ain't with you
can-
on this one. I'm sorry, bro.
I
I
don't
know. I know you like Ben 10, but I don't
Me?
care.
Like I don't know what's like what can you move
yeah.
on after Spider-Man. Like I really don't know what can you move after Spider-Man though.
But thing is, he already had a project that kind of fell through, or trying to not fall through. It's kind of the Uncharted series. He has a project with Sony trying to do that, but who knows if it will ever, who knows if it ever, gets off the ground.
I mean, they're already filming.
Oh, they are?
Oh yeah, they're already filming. They already
Oh.
started. So
Yeah, because I know that last time they lost a director or something like that, so that's why like who knows if it tries to pull through, but I guess it did. So hey, they started filming, so good for them.
they
But-
literally just started filming. Like just started maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Oh, that's perfect. And Bane says Tom Holland as Ben 10, I feel wouldn't work now, not post Marvel. That's true. Maybe before pre Marvel, maybe it would have worked, but post Marvel right now, he's just right now too big as a character or something like
Maybe
that.
I think I could see that working. Like if it worked for the other.
I mean, if Ben 10 was still relevant, maybe.
Well, right now I think the cartoon is still going on with Tara Strong.
Is it?
Yeah. If I remember correctly, it's still going. I think is because it has had 4 reboots. The original series,
Four
the one,
reboots?
no, well, the original series with the sequel, and then 2 series after that. So I think 4 type of series. Let's see.
Damn. I mean, like they do. I mean, Cartoon Network does kind of like to milk some of their series. I mean, they rebooted Thundercats.
Yeah.
and
So
that last season there was
So right now it's called Ben 10 the original, Ben 10 Alien Force, then Ben 10 Ultimate Alien, then Ben 10
Okay.
Omnivores, and that was 20 to 2014. Current series is 2016 to present.
I'm good.
I'm
So, yeah.
alright.
So I was right, but it has 5, not 4. Not 4. But if you count the Ben 10 live action, so technically 6. But 5
I'm
I
cartoons.
good.
haven't watched that either. I haven't watched that.
The
either.
live action was cringy. I watched it when I was a kid, when it was made by Cartoon Network, and it was cringy as hell. Should have never been made.
I mean, that was like the same time they made the movie that shall not be named too. But like, it was like the same time.
Which one? There's
Hey.
Avatar and Dragon Ball.
Both of them. It was around the same time that like literally that Ben 10 movie was around the same time they tried to make a live action Dragon Ball movie and Avatar movie. That's their era, and it fell through horribly.
Oh wow! This Ben 10 series has actually been going on for 4 years, and the other series has been going on only for 2 years. I'm like, wow, this series must have been succeeding for it to be going much longer than the other originals. Then I expect that because this one's been going on for 4 years.
Buddy. No, I'm good. I'm good.
Man, that's why I did
I'm
not
good.
know that. It sucks because I was a fan of the original. I haven't seen this 2016 version one, but maybe after I do my little binge watching of all the Ben 10's versions of Cartoon Network, maybe I will watch the current one airing just to see out my curiosity how this one compared to the others. Because Tara Strong is still doing this and still going strong with her voices. So I gotta give props to her. She's continued doing her career with her voices and characters. So I gotta see.
Keep it up.
Sir.
Something like this just wouldn't work for a movie. Because, I mean, you already came from the series, so you're just going to watch one movie where he fights one bad guy? And then where do you start? Do you start from the very beginning? So then you have to get the origin. Then you have to have a montage sequence of him learning how to use the different powers.
Mm-hmm.
And then he fights one villain at the end, and then it's over. Who wants to pay for that when you can just look at the series and see that happen multiple times? It just doesn't make any sense.
I agree. Like it's just like we're all not like we're not that huge of fans as Miguel is for Ben 10. Like we're okay with its first original cartoon series because that's literally came out where all the other great cartoon series that we actually loved to watch back when we were kids. Like there was some good treasure troves, and we rather just leave it alone as our great memories as our great memory cartoons. Like everybody can always feel like they have the golden age of cartoon shows. I for one think that we had a great golden age of cartoon shows back in early 2000s.
So question.
Yeah, these
So-
kids got Uncle Grandpa.
So, so question to what Sam say? Do you think for when it comes to anime and cartoons, for cartoons we in our time was a golden age. Right now, the silver age. Do you believe that's right? And for anime right now is the golden age. Like right now is we're about to enter the silver age. Would you agree to that?
No.
No.
So what? Like
And
we're-
okay, so first I'll start with cartoons. Back in the day, yes, when we were kids, cartoons was the golden age where we're just discovering something. We're just finding out there's like very cool story or just creative and just silly enough where it's just fun. And silver age cartoons now, it's where cartoons needs to be more in depth with their story. They need to tell like almost a real could be a very dark story that can come into
Uh-huh.
real life in this situation where it's like not everything is a joke, not everything is like Family Guy where it's just like nothing really happens every episode. It's just really really dumb. Like nobody likes to watch that anymore. Nobody has the attention span or very care within the Family Guy's kind of comedic, cartoonish, and anything into our series. We need something more with the intellectual of stories in our cartoons these days.
Well, Uncle Grandpa.
Oh my god!
so
Don't get me started. Don't get me started. You know, they
Would
have
you agree to that?
Clarence and stuff like that.
James, Ray, would you agree to that?
I mean, we could have a whole other episode
Yeah.
about like legitimately a whole nother episode dedicated to this topic.
Yeah.
Like, straight up.
All right.
Yeah, I
Um,
would actually like to save this because I have
Yeah.
an answer, but I would like to explain what I mean.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
I definitely think we've passed the golden age of anime.
Yes.
And we're in the silver age of anime right
Mhm.
now.
I agree.
Yes, I agree.
I want to deeply explain what I mean by that.
No, I
Well,
I
hopefully-
feel that we'll feel the same way. Yep.
What you
Hopefully-
guys say? Are we about to touch the Bronze Age now? Or
Oh, no, no.
we're fine.
Nah.
Or we're
No
still
Bronze
okay.
Age.
We're still okay in the silver
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, we're
Hopefully, if I could lock in our guest for next week, that I'm trying to get to lock in, and then maybe we could have that further discussion with him about that as well.
Maybe.
yeah.
Tune in, guys, to next episode. So, okay, but we are gonna wrap it up from here. James, Ray, can you give us our plugs, please?
Hit him with it, James.
Oh, you guys can find me here every single week on the main show, the Anime Lately podcast. You can also find me on my own YouTube channel, Careful for Spoilers, where I am uploading reaction videos and movie reviews every single week. I am going back to the theater on Friday to see Unhinged, and I will have a movie review for you guys. If you want to find everything else that I do, go to see4spoilers.com. Check us out over there.
Man, you know what? I've done that several times and I will continue to do so. But you know what? While you're over there and you're like, you know what, this is lit, but while we're waiting for the next episode, I'm gonna go watch some live content, which is where I do that on twitch.tv/Rayapollo. I love playing video games. I love talking about anime and I love just having a good time. So if you like any of those things, who wouldn't, by the way, come hang, just with me for a little while. You can also follow me on Twitter where you find all of that information. Rayapollo. That's no space. Don't do that. Trust me. It's a bad time. Okay, thanks. Bye.
And guys, don't forget to follow me at Legend Dash everywhere, Twitter, IG, on your phone, in your anime plot that you might have in your private window and everywhere else. And thank you very much, guys, for listening, liking, commenting, and also writing a review for us in the Apple Podcast, Podbean, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to us. And if you do let us know, because I don't know if we do get notifications if you do write a review. We don't know much about that.
You
so
have to tell us if you write a review.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Tweet us.
Tweet
because
us.
you know why? Ray will sing it for you in
didn't say
the
that.
I remember he said that he will sing it, not
No, I
say
said
it.
I'd read it.
He said he'd read it.
Read it.
I think it's what back me up here in the he will read it.
He will
You
He'll
also
read
said
it.
that you would have finished
Birthday.
Hunter x Hunter by now, but you know what? Whatever. So
Well, I guess sometimes we say things here, but we don't always get to it. But
You say
Ray
things
will
here.
Ray will read it. Ray will read your review. 5-star
Sometimes-
rating as well. If you're 1 star, we will bust your ass in the live stream.
Roast
Roast
you.
you.
Roast
I
your
will
ass.
roast you. Mm.
So yeah, so guys, thank you for listening and everything. Like, comment for the YouTube side. Glad to appreciate it. Sam, take it away.
Guys, you can follow me at Sam the Manga Man, and remember to pray for James for tomorrow. And thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.
Thanks, Twitch chat. Y'all the best. We'll see y'all soon. Hopefully,
Likewise.
we'll get out of YouTube jail in a while. Who knows?
In October.
That's so long.
Ray the legend.
I need to fix my lamb sauce button.
I was just gonna say that.
I need to fix that. That's my favorite thing to do.
I forgot to cut off the voice, so they still hear us. Bye, guys.
Good. Bye.